Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another match day watch-along. We are live as after 10 days of the men having forced winter break, if you call it, because we got knocked out the FA Cup in the third round. They went off to Dubai. We've had no men's team football whatsoever, and we're back. It's early kick-off on a Saturday. And we're playing Leicester City. Oh, and by the way, we've got literally 3 attackers to survive the rest of the season. Not much to really talk about, really. Obviously, just to let you know, I will be joined by Gary and Liam as soon as I hit backstage before kick-off. I'll be bringing them in, get their thoughts on the team news and all that, and the trip to Dubai that's screwed us even more. Who would have thought? Because apparently going to Dubai only means good things. Apparently, but hey, what do I know? Kennel's in the chat. Gav, of course, Gav's in the chat. Gav, you're brave. You're brave. You're getting in there before Liam gets here. I'll give you your due. Cool. But you're still brave. Oh, dear. Bet your Valentine's was ruined yesterday with that. Fucking hell. Happy Valentine's Day. Brighton versus Chelsea. And Brighton pumped the life out of Chelsea. Fucking hell. Twice in a week as well. Bloody hell. Yeah, literally twice in 6 days. Ooh. But yeah, I'm not getting too carried away because we've got to play Leicester. We've got next to no attackers. We've got Sterling, your reject, playing right wing. Wanyeri down on the left, or one way or the other, playing on the wings. We've got a full stand of Trossard, for fuck's sake. That's all. That is our options. Other than that, it's who's on the bench, who is a kid who hasn't played any first team football this season. Yeah. The team news is in, and I'm just giving you a heads up, as I say. If things don't go well and we need help from the bench, we are kind of screwed because we're pretty much putting all our hopes on a kid then. Well, I say kid, he's 20, I think, now. Oh, dear. But yeah, let's get the team news on the screen. Let's bring me down, do that. There we go. I would do if it was on the screen. That'd be fantastic. There we go. There we go. Obviously, raising goal, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis, Skibby. Look at good so far. Partey, Rice, even better. Odegaard, great. And then his final 3, he's like, oh, okay. Yeah. So then getting rid of I hope so, Ken. I hope so. It's now or never, basically, with Sterling. He needs to step up. We literally need him for the next, we're in February, March, April, May. For the next 3.5 months, because we're halfway through February. The next 3.5 months, we're gonna need him to step up in more ways than you can imagine. I don't know if Saka's going to be back and Martinez's going to be back before then, but still, there will be rotation. He's going to have to play more game time as well. Oh dear. But hey, it is what it is. So I think Wanyeri's on the right hand side, Trossard down the middle, Sterling down the left hand side. And then on the bench, we've got Neto, Ben White. Ben White is back in the matchday squad after being out since November. Was it November? It feels like longer, to be honest, since he had his surgery. This is his first match day back in the match day squad. And then we've got our usual 4 left backs on the bench, or players that can play left back on the bench. You could even go one further, actually, and say 3 of them players can play left centre back. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. So, yeah, Kivior, Kelly Fury, Zinchenko, Tierney. We've got Jorginho on the bench, Moreno, and as I said, our only attacking outlet, if things aren't going to go to plan in the start of, is Butler Adeji, our academy striker. Yeah. It's a great thing, though, Ryan. That interim guy that's taken over from Eddie on an interim basis, the club clearly love him. Like, come on, mate. The guy literally just bent the knee and went, no, I don't want to sign no one. And apparently the club are going, that's fantastic, mate. Fantastic. Well done. Great job. We only got Jose Jesus for a year. Saka's done his hamstring, just got surgery at the time. Martinez now up. No, we don't need a striker. We don't need attackers. Well done. I think it's James, his name is. Well done, James. Congratulations, you got the job. Go away. Absolutely, yeah. And now, also, yeah, as you can kind of see by the nose, I've got company. I've got two company. Got one's giving me the death stare, and one's trying to climb on top of me whilst I talk. Yeah, I think we're a bit light on the left back side of things, or left centre back as well. No, I came to get the banter other than done with the G's. Go on, you can start. No, I'll get onto that in a bit. Let's get this out of the way first. Get the depression side of things, because we are literally attack wise. From our attack point of view, we are on our knees. We're literally the 3 plays you see on that starting 11 is all we've got for the next few weeks. Until Saka might only come back, and then it's 5 players, and we don't have Havertz until next season. Woohoo! 3 seasons actually. Oh dear. We got that twice in a week, but bloody hell, Seagulls and Leicester fans was right with me. Yeah. What was better, the Chelsea fans having a meltdown, was it? That Mar lad that goes on DR Sports on his own channel last night having a meltdown. Afternoon, Rosie, how you doing? Are Rangers playing today or tomorrow out of interest? Which day they're going to ruin this week for you? Based on their form. Afternoon, how you doing? Can't be doing that afternoon. Calafiori screamer off the bench, hopefully. Well, as long as we win. That's the main thing today. With everything that's happened since the window's closed, with losing Martinelli and now Havertz, and obviously Havertz more long term, we kind of need the 3 points more than anything. I don't get performance and all that goes out the window. Get the 3 points, get the confidence going, because obviously West Ham next week, London derby. Yeah, we need our attackers to go. The attackers we have got to have some sort of confidence and belief going into next week. So, yeah, you just want to come on top of me, are you? You just want all the attention, don't you? Right, come on, you have to come off. For now, okay? Oh dear, but yeah, it is what it is. I still think, obviously, as I say, it is heart smile. Well, there you go. I still think, even with the limited options in the attack side of things, outside of the 3 that's starting because of injuries, I still think we've got enough to do a job today, get the 3 points, and get out of there. Basically, we should do. With all due respect to Leicester City, it's Leicester City this season. Crying out loud. There is the added spice though, Ruud van Nistelrooy being their manager from an Arsenal point of view. See how he motivates his team with that side of things. But I still think we're solid enough to do a job. Defensively won't be an issue. Obviously, in midfield won't be an issue. It's just our goals are going to have to really come. Not just heavily. Can't just rely on Ethan or Trossard and definitely not Sterling. Fucking hell. We are going to literally have to dig deep for Odegaard needs to step up today. Partey, Vice, Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, they're going to have to step up and put their shift in it when it comes to attacking Leicester's defence today. Oh dear. But aside from that, take that down now for now until they come in. And there we go. That's what we want. There we go. I'm expecting you to smash them at least 3-0. We should do. As I've already said before, about this morning, on publicly on Twitter. I think we've saw, even with the situation we found ourselves in now, we should win at least 3-0. We should. It depends on how the team morale is, basically, and they take their chances. But we should do. With all due respect, that's the bloody City fighting for. I say they're fighting for survival. They're there. They're in the relegation battle, but they're not fighting as they. Yeah. But just got to go out, be professional. In terms of the players, go out, be professional, get the goals, get in, get out. And as I say, reduce that gap to 4 points for 24 hours at least before Liverpool play Wolves tomorrow. Yeah, as I say, that's what I'm saying, for at least 24 hours. Gary, how you doing, my friend? I've sent you the link. I've sent Liam the link as well, just to let you know, in case it hasn't come through your end. Here he is. There's another Chelsea boy. Here we are. Hey, now we've got the full set. Right. I'm really bullied in that WhatsApp quick football. Mate, you give it the big one. To be fair, it's back and forth, a bit of banter. Obviously, with the women's side, you got full gloating rights because your women's team are doing what they're doing this season. Fair play, but we've got to give it back if we get the opportunities. And the men's team are doing it. And I said it. I fucking said it. I said this at the start of the season on this channel. You can go back over numerous shows, and it would come up numerous times of me saying it's all well and good. Start this season. We saw this last year with Enzo at Leicester. First half of the season, blitzed it. Second half of the season, falls apart. What's he done this year? First half of the season, second half, it is. I could have put money on it, and I would have been. I'll be quids in. Put it that way. I knew the fact that he was at Leicester last year and that happened in the Championship. And when you made the appointment, I was like, "Well, this ain't going to end well." And most people got carried, the media and part of the Chelsea fan base, etc. They all got a bit carried away themselves at the season. We're in a title race. We're gonna do this. We're gonna come in for your Arsenal and this, that, and the other. Forgetting about Man City and Liverpool, apparently, mainly Liverpool, but coming for Arsenal. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. Literally Boxing Day onwards. And it's literally again. How was the Chelsea hierarchy to think that the season he had in the end, good start, good first half, piss poor second half, and in fact I keep saying it. The only reason Leicester got automatic promotion is because Leicester, Leeds, and Ipswich didn't finish their dinner. They both finished their dinner. Whenever all these times that Leicester kept messing up in the running, Leicester would have been in the playoffs and they would have got promoted. The fact that Leicester City fans were celebrating and being relieved that he actually left to go to Chelsea says a lot. But no, Ryan knows nothing. Ryan don't know all this stuff. And I'm just sitting there. I'm literally sitting there watching. I watched the game last night. I'll be honest. I thought, you know what? It's Friday night's football. It's a bit of football, Premier League football. Let's have a look to watch. Better than Championship football on a Friday night. Championship football on a Friday night always seems to be a bit of a bore game, really. But I thought Premier League, Brighton versus Chelsea, just they both play each other in FA Cup. There'd be a chance of redemption for our beloved Blues, if you will. Thank you. And they decided to basically not turn up. It was how did they go from a bad performance last week to make it even worse? Make it even worse this time round. How? How is it possible? Something you did. Cold Palmer. So cold he can't even turn up against on the east side of Brighton. I've gone out now twice in 6 days. My team. We all obviously what was it back in the transfer window? Patimo. I can't remember that's his name now. But Brighton lad, £90 million. They're idiots. Since then, he's a bit of a purple patch. It's like, ooh, hi. And it looks like it might be a bit of a good thing they kept hold of him because he's, as I say, he's come into himself. Yeah, I'm just going to bring you in now, my friend. There we go. Bring myself into that side of things. Close this off. And there we go. All right, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just roasting Chelsea at the moment, so I'm all right.
Thanks for having me on. Everybody in the chat, thanks for joining us. I'm going to say this morning because it's morning over here. Everybody's still asleep in my house. So
it was morning when I went live. It's now afternoon technically. So it's all good. Hello.
yeah.
You want to say no, do you? All right, come in. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Oh my days.
Okay.
Right, so how are you doing anyway? What you've seen? What have you made of the team?
I haven't really talked since. I don't know. I haven't talked since Monday, so I don't know if anything new has happened since Monday. Probably not. But yeah, no, the team looks like I think that's the best we got.
Yeah, that's in terms of attack, especially. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best we got. I'm hoping in where he can. Here's how I hope this thing goes and where he comes in. Since he starts, he doesn't have to worry about automatically getting a quick feel into the game. He can build himself into it, and hopefully start just doing what he does, which
Mm.
typically means his shots get more and more on target and stuff as the game progresses, and then we have to pull him late in the game so we can hold on to our clean sheet. That's kind of how I feel like because if we have to depend on him to go 90 every game, I think we're asking too much, right?
Yep.
So
But
and,
apparently the interim coach will go for Meadow did a fantastic job, apparently, according to Arsenal.
uh,
Let's not go there. Let's not go. Please don't. But if I
yeah.
start, I won't stop.
No, I think he's at least I don't understand how he's the most aggressive player we got. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what scares me is Arteta will wean him off of that.
I don't
That's
know.
what scares me. The more that he spends time with Arteta, the
Oh,
less and less he'll be that player that we're like, you know what? If you're gonna leave me, if you're gonna give me space and time, I'm gonna take it because that's what he does. And he does. I think one thing he's shown also is that he isn't just gonna just shoot every time he touches it. He will, help in defense if he needs to, and I have no doubt that if he needed to, he could provide some creativity there as well. So yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's a good surprise for Arteta and Arsenal, but I think we need he should be one of those players like getting few minutes. But we have to now compare him to Yamal because they're the same age,
yeah.
and it's he could have been a Yamal because he did get a chance to play in it when he was 15.
Mm.
But in the way we work, Arteta is not that trusting
I don't think there's
in
that.
his
As also,
players.
when he was fifth, when we first brought him in that game against Brentford, what we covered it on the channel at the time, it was just showing off that we have this amazing kid coming through, but at the same time, we don't want to throw in the limelight. Because the English media, what they are, with young kids, they'll build them up, and then straight away, as soon as the first possible opportunity, they'll just tear them to pieces, and he didn't want to do that. So it's giving them, this is who we've got, this is what's coming.
Yeah,
But at the same time with him as well, being a 15-year-old at school doing his GCSEs. It was again, got to remember that was the season when he was doing his GCSEs here in the UK. So it's just keeping him focused and grounded as well, and making sure he did what he had to do, and on the educational side of things as well.
yeah, yeah. Hello to GM Lovely and Catherine saying hello,
Mm.
hello. But for me, it sounds, unless I'm reading into it too much, that Arteta saw didn't is not surprised by where he is right now.
No.
So if that's the case, then that means like anything else, Arteta can see 2-3 years out because that's kind of how we work, right?
Mm.
We wanted, and if he can see that far out with his players, right, he's in no rush to get them in. He'll get them in the right time, or he'll give them opportunities at the right time. Then he sees that in him. Sometimes I think he needs to move a little bit faster, but
Yeah.
I felt like he had a player there, and not only was he trying to hold on to him for personal reasons. I want to keep on to my talent, but also maybe there's a player there as well, and he's shown that there's a player there as well. So for me, if that is truly what Arteta was thinking at the time, then he needs to figure out a way to speed that up.
Yeah, we see. We saw with
'Cause
Klopp over at Liverpool.
mhm,
He was not. He's given the props for doing it because obviously Curtis Jones, Harvey Yeddy, obviously Conor Bradley before he left, as they're coming through, and there was a goalkeeper as well, Kelly had the number 2. If he believed they're good enough, he put them in the first team and he gave them the minutes whenever he could and built them up straight away. Didn't just do it a little bit here, wait a year, a little bit there. And Wenger used to do it as well in terms of
yeah,
Jack Wilshere's and obviously we bought him. They were young at the time, but I think Jack was like just turned 16, and he was getting proper minutes actually.
yeah.
He's
Well, if you
breaking
can't,
season.
yeah, and if you can't see, for example, an Isak when
Ashley Cole.
if you can't see an Isak that early on, then you need to you need to find younger, right?
Mm.
And take the risk there where it's less of a risk monetarily, because that seems to be our problem. We're not going to take the monetary risk that a 30, 50 mil young player with potential is going to work. So if that's not going to be the case, then you're going to have to spend whatever, the 1 to 10 mil on the young player and hope that you hit on 20% of them, all right? If you're not going to
Yeah.
be, because it doesn't sound. I mean, I don't. Looking at it now, Rice for 100 mil was a very, very, very big risk, which we
Oh
seem like
yeah.
we're probably never going to take it ever again. And he wasn't a Rodri,
No.
he wasn't a Zubamendi. What was he? Like for as a midfielder, what it was he? What are we trying to simulate? In terms of like who out there was he trying to be compared to?
Yeah, I get your point. Yeah.
Because I mean, you know what I mean? Like I don't see us spending 100 mil on another player if Rice is 100 mil and we can we can barely get a 50 mil, 60 mil Sesko over the line, 70 mil, 80 mil. Gucarez is like, nah, I'll just stay where I'm at until to the summer.
Yeah.
And we've seen how players go for 60, 70 in the January window. Yes, it's City, but you tell me we couldn't have gotten one of those players. You know what I mean? That have
No.
gone out this January window, and
Well, Mamouche. I mean, Mamouche has went to City, as you mentioned there.
yeah,
We'll, before they were linked with him, about 3 or 4 days prior, we'll be linked with him.
mm,
So we clearly were interested. It's just for whatever reason that
yeah,
it's all price tag, and
yeah.
we've heard since the window's closed. David Ornstein's come out and said Arsenal bid that £40 million, and the £60 million that was quoted when it got broken out, the news originally, was actually what what Villa was saying that was what they would accept, basically the bare minimum. And Arsenal, a bit because of his age and the resale and all that. But there's times that in a moment when you've got
We
your
spent what
centre forward
30?
and Jesus
Yeah.
out of an ACL, Saka's out.
Hmm.
You've got players dropping like flies this season, all around the squad. You you just need to put the resale side of things to one side and just get the body in. And
True.
Watkins would have been a good body, especially in hindsight now, with what's happened to Havertz, and obviously he's got the Saka situation with having to have surgery on a hamstring. And it's not just an Arsenal thing for hamstrings. We've seen it up and down the league. Obviously, last night,
Yeah.
who was it? Chelsea player went down with his hamstring as well.
Yeah.
Players are getting played into the ground, so it's getting to a point where, for me, just talking on these, the footballers getting injured as prolific as they are nowadays, men and women. You can't compete now for a small squad. Pep can't. What Pep does in terms of he has a small squad but build big wages. Unless he adapts, he's going to get good. What we're seeing this season won't be a one-off. I think Arteta's got that mentality of a small squad in his mind, clearly, because obviously he learned from Pep in the first place. But he needs to get out of his head as well, because players are getting running. We've got so many games. It's
Yeah.
not just club level. We've got internationals. It's relentless now. Since
Yeah.
the pandemic, when can we sit here and say the players all around the world, the best of the best especially, have had a full summer off where they haven't had to play for the national team or anything like that? It's like if the season ends back into May, by the start of July they're back pre-season, and then this summer coming, you've got the World Club Cup with Man City and Chelsea. So the season's going to end in May, around mid-May, about I think the start of June, second week of June, something like that. You've got the World Club Cup up till July. So Man City and Chelsea players are going to and then straight after they go deep in that, or win it. One of them wins it. They both go deep to the final, respectively. Then, days later, they'll be pre-season again. So they're not getting the rest button. You're going to get more and more of these injuries. But back to an Arsenal point of view, we've just got, as I say, bite the bullet nowadays. You've got, especially as I say, the situation we found ourselves in. Pay the 60 mil.
Yeah.
Give him a 2.5 year, 3 year contract. What you want to give him,
Yeah.
and it doesn't mean you can't then go out and get who you want to get, your main target in the summer. Because it's what I was saying in the winter during January. It was like, the last couple of weeks, was like Watkins will be fantastic because he comes in, he knows the league, he's an Arsenal fan as well. he'll hit the ground running. He knows to put the ball back in the net, and it takes the pressure off. If it is to be Sesko to come in, it takes the pressure off of him to hit the ground running himself. You could have just eased him in and built him up over the first few months or so. But now you're putting yourselves in a situation, especially now knowing Havertz ain't going to be back until pre-season anyway, where Sesko, if we get Sesko in and get him in early, he's got to hit the ground running because he's got no one really to support him because obviously Havertz will only just be coming out from a hamstring before the season starts.
Yeah, and I got a lot of things to unload now after your talk there.
Yeah, go on. Yep, knock yourself
Well,
out.
one. Remember, we saw in the women's game, we saw ACLs for
Yeah.
a season, right?
Yeah.
Now we're seeing hamstrings in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Minutes are high for some of these players, and we're seeing teams depend on players a little bit too much sometimes, and that's what we're seeing. Plus, the summer months aren't rest, right?
No.
I mean, I don't think Saka's had really a rest that wasn't around a injury, right? So I think that's one thing as far as the injury is concerned. For me, if Moreno at whatever it was, 25, 35, whatever it was that we spent on him is okay, then 60 for a 10 to 15 or 15, or I'll go 12 to 17 goal a year striker in the Premier League at 28, right? Because I think Watkins is that age, is nothing. It's the same price. You're getting actually more because you're getting a striker, and that's something we need. So I think the way that we do our work as far as defensive goes, if we did that on the offensive side, we would see more players we're probably surprised to see playing. But eventually we'll figure out, oh, look, this either it's a means to an end, right? Like we see a means to an end on the defense, especially goalkeepers, right? They didn't want Raya. They wanted Raya, couldn't get Raya, got Ramsdale. Finally got Raya, all good. On the attacking side, don't get Sesko, can't get anybody else. How is that? You know what I mean? Like, so I kind of feel like we have a plan for the attack and a plan for the defense, and they are so polar opposite. We're going to take a risk, not necessarily a risk. We're going to take a calculated risk and bring in a player that might not be our number one target on the defensive side. Goalkeeper, right? We'll do that for the goalkeeper. Another important piece in this puzzle. But for an attacker, nah, we don't do that at all. We're going to just stick with the status quo. So I kind of feel like I wish they would use the same process for their defensive talent accumulation as they do for their attack. We wouldn't be in a situation because I don't think if we had similar Trossard and Martinelli on the defensive side playing one position, that we would just do nothing. We would change that, right? Do we have a position on our defensive side that you can think of that is similar to a Trossard Martinelli combo in one position on our defensive side where they said, "Oh, we'll just stick with it"?
I'll let Liam get involved in that one. Liam, how you doing, my friend? You don't look too happy.
Hey, Liam.
Go prepare yourself, by the way.
Good afternoon, chaps. Good afternoon to everyone in the chat. Yeah. Do you know what, right? I've said all along, like, them extending this Champions League has caused a lot of issues, and it's caused a massive lot of issues. That being said, though, I wasn't really impressed with Arteta's comments yesterday in terms of overplaying players. He's been renowned for it for the last 2 to 3 years. He didn't use his bench last year. He didn't use his bench the year before. And this year he hasn't really got a bench. Do you know what I mean? So to sit there and say that the players are getting overplayed and then shifting the blame elsewhere, it seemed to me as such. I think people at the club need to take accountability now. Yeah, totally agree. There's too many games. Champions League in January. Like when you start thinking of these players, and I said it at Newcastle, and I'll back up what I said at Newcastle. That performance was a team. That was a very, very tired team performance. Do you know what I mean? That is when you start using your same team every 3 to 4 days, and then you're going to a ground where they're well up for it anyway because they're ahead. And let's be honest, they wanted it more on the day. They had more energy on the day. They were a much better team on the day. But that's because we don't never rotate our team. whatsoever, and we try to use the same 11. Like, and it's been a common thing for the last 2 to 3 years. Do you know what I mean? That's not something that's new. That's something that we've done for the last 2 to 3 years. And I remember Arteta saying probably 2 years ago about Saka that he needs to play 70 games a season, basically 60, 70 games a season. That's what he needs to be prepared for now. And yeah, you do need to be prepared to a certain extent, but you need to protect your players as well. And what the club done in January, they haven't protected their players, in my opinion. They haven't protected their players whatsoever, and they've been burnt. They've been burnt, and deservedly. And it's not deservedly that Havertz is injured, but deservedly they've been burnt because they were that naive to think that they weren't going to get any more injuries.
Mm.
And okay, yeah, we lost Martinelli and Havertz at the same time. That's kind of tough. But at the end of the day, yeah, right. Josh Kroenke flew over here and flew back with nothing. Not acceptable. The January window was not acceptable, and I'll go even further to say, yeah, right. And I'm sorry, I'm losing my wheel a little bit here, right? But it's all right sitting there talking about July. It's all right talking about the future. I totally agree that we need to get the right players in. But in any business, sometimes you have to look at short term. You have to look at short term solutions. You have players like Declan Rice going out in the media after one of the games. We need bodies. We need support. We need help. I'm sorry, the club done absolute nothing in January to support them players. The club done absolute nothing in the summer to get the right players in. And we're in this situation because of them. So they need to take accountability for once and say, do you know what? I would rather respect it more and say we've cocked up a little bit. Yeah, there is too many games being played. The Champions League being extended into January for me is a farce. Don't agree with it. But you knew what the playing field was. You knew you was playing games in January. You knew you was flying out to Spain. You knew you was having to then play another Champions League game. You knew you was playing two Carabao Cup games in the space of a month. You knew you had Manchester United. You knew you had Tottenham. You knew you had Brighton away. You knew you had Manchester City. Do you know what I mean? You knew you had all these games. But I tell you what the club did. They got to the end of January and thought, do you know what? We're at the back end of it now. We don't need support. Yeah. We got through to the back end of it. But they didn't consider what is put on them players. And I feel sorry for them players, do you know what I mean? That's the expectation to play them every 3 to 4 days. I really do feel sorry for them because they needed help. They needed support. And like you said, if you want an Ollie Watkins, if you want someone to bring in in January, you've got to pay the premium. You're not going to get him for 40 million. Do you know what I mean? You're not even going to get him for 45 million. You're going to have to pay the readies to get him. Yeah. You're going to have to pay the money, the premium money to get him in January. And we didn't do it. And I'm sorry, this is a common theme with Arsenal, yeah, right? That we shoot ourselves in the foot. And now we're relying on a Raheem Sterling. And I don't want to disrespect Raheem Sterling at the moment, yeah, right? Because do you know what? This is a big moment for him. It's a very big moment for him. He's hardly played. Do you know what I mean? He's hardly played any football, and now we're expecting big things from him. Waneri, unbelievable talent, probably the best I've seen come through our end, if I'm being totally honest with you. And that's a big, bold statement when you got likes of Saka, Ashley Cole, and Skelly. Do you know what I mean? And Jack Wilshere.
When he came through initially.
But big expectations on him. Now there's going to be pressure on him now because there is no one else.
I don't want to cut in, but I'm just saying Arsenal is that person that's dying of thirst in the desert. And you hand them a dirty cup with water in it, and they go, "Nah, I'll take a clean cup, please." And it's like, I don't have a clean cup. This is all I got. Take this, and you'll be all right. No, I can't take it. It's dirty, dude. It's water. You're dying of thirst. Take the water. Arsenal's like, no, I need a clean cup. And you're like, your priorities just aren't set right. We're playing on 4 fronts, right? Yes. And we did nothing to keep ourselves on. We need to compete on 4 fronts, regardless of whether we had injuries or not. You're still in all 4 competitions. You had a month to make sure you stay in at least 3 of them, right? Yeah. We did nothing to do that. Nothing. And then anything we said after that is ridiculous to me because you're letting down your fans, which I guess they don't care about. Yep. But you're letting down those players, right? Yep. What are you saying to the likes of a Saliba and a Gabriel and a Raya and a Partey and a Rice, players that we all feel are given 110% out there? If look, we have a way to continue on this season even without Saka and Jesus. And we know what we're going to do. We're just going to sit on our hands. We're just going to sit on our hands. You guys will have to you guys will have to score the goals now on top of playing defense, which we've seen since the start of the season. Our defense isn't what it used to be, right? We're asking them to do everything now, right? And even now, we're still asking them to do everything. We scored 5 goals, 2 from defense, 1 from a 17-year-old off the bench, right? And now, as you said, and now Arteta is still going. You know what? It's all this, not our planning, everything else. They didn't plan well, and now now they're asking these players to overdo everything. They can do it, but you got to give them some hope too. Right? You had a month to help us stay in all those cups. We shouldn't be losing to Manchester United and on penalties. We could have showed up a lot bigger against Newcastle if we had some numbers in there. They did nothing to do that, right? I mean, I think he'll surprise. We have enough to not lose many games because our defense is so good. But they did nothing to help that defense. Like, I always say this. Every once in a while, your defense looks at your offense and goes, "What? You guys need to help us. You need to help us. We're going to keep clean sheets in most games. We're going to keep games close. Nobody's scoring 2 goals on us. Give me 1. Maybe we'll get another one ourselves, but give me 1 goal from the attack. We'll see out these games." They can't scream at anybody. You know what happens if they scream at someone? That person might get all in their head and then not perform. All right, we're missing that kind of communication with the team, and it comes from the way that they've been managed. Sorry, I went off there a little bit.
Yeah, right. Do you know what worries me? Like this. Don't get me wrong. I think we'll win this game. I think we should win this game. Do you know what I mean? But then you start looking at like Nottingham Forest away. Do you know what I mean? And you think a night game. They're bang up for it now, mate. They're doing absolutely superbly well. They've not got much. They've got the FA Cup still, but they can focus on the Premier League pretty much concrete. Do you know what I mean? To get into Champions League, which they possibly could do at the moment. Do you know what I mean? And we need to go there. We need to go there with a focal point. We need to go to that kind of ground with a target man. And for me, do I trust Trossard? Do I trust Trossard? I know he can turn up and I know he can deliver a goal, but do I trust him game after game? The answer is no. Do you know what I mean? The answer is no. Like, there's nothing to back it up for me to say anything otherwise.
Aren't we the last team to actually not even give them a chance in a game? Like the only team in the last 2 months that played for us and actually they got nothing.
Yeah,
I think we're the only team to do that, and that's without Saka, right? So I think if we don't have confidence going into that game, then Arteta's not doing his job. I don't care how many players we have missing. We've got confidence to beat them. If our defense stands on its head, they get nothing. All right? They get nothing. That's all that's one thing, but our attack has to help. Arteta has to find a way, and I'm happy to see Butler on the bench. You're gonna have to just use this is the trust and confidence that Arteta has shown on his defensive side. He's gonna have to just find a way to, bite his lip and just say, you know what? Trossard ain't working today. I might have to go with Butler just to change things up a little bit.
He definitely needs to play him, mate. Like, you can't just keep him on the bench, not bring him on. Like, with 3 attackers left, you can't expect them 3 to be playing 90 minutes, especially Sterling. Do you know what I mean? Butler has to start playing football. Like, he has to. I think he needs to find a way how he can get him on the pitch today at some point, as long as the game's dependent on it. Because otherwise, what you're going to do is, you're going to have a player who's not played any football, and if we get another injury, you're just going to chuck him in the cold. Do you know what I mean? But
rotation. I've been asking for rotation since Arteta's got here. He needs to be able to rotate his players, not because they just need to be rotated, but because right now we're in dire straits. There's no, like you said, there's no way that front 3 will play 90 minutes for the rest of the season. So either they play 50, 60 minutes, they get pulled at halftime because we do have a lead or something, right? Or you see them hitting the red line and you pull them, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather have a healthy player out there playing than our best player out there running on fumes.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just like going back to the misfits. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm underway.
There's going to be games this season where it's going to be exactly like the Newcastles, the Aston Villas, when we struggle to score a goal. Do you know what I mean? And that will be the difference between us either losing a game or drawing a game. And there's been too many of them this season. There's been way, way too many. Do you know what I mean? The Manchester United in the Cup's the worst one, if we're being totally honest. Do you know what I mean? We absolutely battered them and couldn't score goals. But that's been a common thing for the last 2.5 seasons. And what have we done in the transfer window? We've done absolutely nothing to rectify that in the last 2.5 years. And you can look at long term, that's okay. But at some point, you have to look at the short term. You have to look at the short term solution. And I tell you what would be even more embarrassing. It will be embarrassing if we do have to go out and get someone on a free transfer, because actually that would go against everything but what we've done in the January window.
I mean, Carlos Vela's available on a free, ex-Arsenal.
That's gone.
But yeah, how that worked out, by the way, to start the kick-off, literally shots like it's shut in the middle of the pitch, played, Verko's play on, and he almost do us in the counter-attack there.
And I questioned the Dubai thing. Yeah, it worked last year, yeah, right? But it was a totally different format last year. Like, the players come back the players just literally played 10 games in a space of like 20, 30 days. I do question that. Like, it was only a 10-day gap between Newcastle and today's game. I do question, did we need to go out there? Did we need to go and do that? I don't know. I don't know. You can't expect everything to work. It's the same every season.
So you had fans on social media going, we need to buy. It worked last year. We need to buy one or the other. Go out for cup. Do something. We need to buy. We need to buy to save our season. And clearly the club get all this, and they get all the social media bits and all that given to them. And they go, they might be on to something here. And yeah, it's backfired. We didn't need to go for 10 days. No,
we didn't need to go. We didn't need to go. And yeah, especially when you think like they've flown out to Spain already. Yeah, right. They're doing all this travelling. They're travelling to Leicester. They've just travelled from Newcastle. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's even more travelling on top of travelling. So I don't think that was a great decision personally.
I think mentally it was just to get away. It's not necessarily Dubai. Could have been any place. Dubai happens to be the place they used last time, and so they went with it. But I think they needed to get away, and you know how it is. You're in the same office every day. You need a different change of environment, and so that's what you do. All right, you make a change, and they're not going to do anything different there than they would do anywhere else. I mean, I know the warm weather and stuff, all that seems to help, but as we've seen, if an injury is going to come, it's going to come.
Yeah.
You know, resetting the team is great. We don't have the numbers to say we're going to get true recovery because of Dubai, right? Because we don't have numbers. These players up top, none of them are getting any rest, right?
Well,
defensively, we got it, but offensively, you know, on the attack side, nah. We're going to depend on these three players. Martinelli, when he comes back, he's going to have to be he's going to take on big minutes. Hopefully, I'm telling you now, Saka, please, no. Just don't, no. His career, and you know what? If he comes back and gets injured, his agent, no way is his agent saying, you know what, sign back up with this, guys, right? Tell them you want to go, or we'll see this contract out. You know what I mean?
I'd say the big thing though, mate, when you say that about Saka, Saka's probably the most protected player, because actually the one position at the moment we look like we got a decent replacement in is actually one area, right wing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, like you said, like with him, we have to make sure he comes back right first and foremost. Don't rush him back in. But obviously, the other two positions, obviously, there's issues there, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah. And there's always been issues there. That's the problem. We have never there's always been issues.
We spoke about all season long, all last season. We
said we need more attacking. We need more attacking. We need more attacking. We need more attacking. And we've been looking at this going, no, they still haven't replaced anybody. We held on to Nketiah because what? Right? Nketiah goes to Crystal Palace, can't get minutes. But for Arteta, there's tons of minutes there. How is that? He goes to Crystal Palace and can't get minutes. But for Arteta, the man's getting minutes. And we're like, why? You know what I mean? How is that? Is Crystal Palace, are they better talent evaluations than us? Right? They took Nketiah. The man can't get off the bench. For us, he gets minutes.
Yeah.
All right? This whole trust and confidence thing. Arteta's got trust in the wrong things.
But they got Geese for 17 goals this season. Do you know what I mean? From up top.
Like, wake up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They got a geezer who scored 17 goals. Like, I'm not being funny. I was thinking about this yesterday. Like, even he could do a big job for us at the moment. Do you know what I mean? People make laugh,
every
but,
team
we've
we've looked at, every team around us,
yeah,
every team around us has players hitting double-digit goals. Every team, even Chelsea, right? And and that guy's out for a couple weeks, it seems, Jackson. So they've done a poor job as it comes to attacking. If every team around us has somebody up front that they can depend on to score them goals. Arsenal is like, well, Saka will produce, and Trossard it'll do all right. Yeah. So I and Trossard, and look at the Kai numbers and go, well, he's a double-digit goal scorer, and it's like, yeah, but do you see? What about the ones he doesn't score? Those are the ones we need. Those are the ones that we don't draw. Those are the ones that we get the win when it's 1-1, when it's 0-0.
Fucking brain dead idiots.
So
literally, they're attacking the fucking
one area. He's so good, isn't he? He's so good.
Sterling passes the ball to Lewis Skelly. They fucking chipped the ball into the box. Like Havertz was still on the pitch, basically.
No
time for chatting football and a watch along.
Let's be honest today. If we need anyone to score a goal today, it's literally Sterling, isn't it? We need to try and get some big confidence into him. Like, if there's anyone who could score a goal today for me, it needs to be Raheem Sterling.
Well, the one thing he doesn't do, he's not doing for us that he did against us. He forced the defense to have to play him in the box, and they would just drop him, right? And there's a penalty. He puts some threat on it. He don't want to take on his man in front of him. This is the whole Martinelli thing. Coming off that left side, our attackers do not want to take on the defenders, right? When Sterling's in the box, you're fearful that he's gonna get dropped and the PK's coming, right?
Yeah.
Not for us. For us, he's sitting there like, no, I don't want to get you in trouble. No.
Fucking hell, ref, mate, come on.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna get calls, man. That's why we're gonna have to overcome that as well. Partey puts it right into Skelly. I got two streams on. One's behind the other one by, oh my gosh, it's almost 30 seconds. That is crazy.
I think
I'm on
Jesus,
7 minutes 38.
All right, I got 7:29 here, so I guess I'll try to look at the little screen.
Sterling's got himself in some good positions in the first 10 minutes, though.
Yeah.
Maybe they're more concentrating on the one area side, to be fair.
Yeah.
No, they have to. Any team that's playing us has to put more. Has to be more concerned about what and where he's going to do.
I'm not brought with Trossard in a forward position, mate. I'm not brought on it whatsoever.
We don't. Oh, Trossard, you have to do better.
Right? He was offside anyway. He was offside.
Oh, okay. He looked well offsides, but
yeah, that's shit.
But you know what? Okay, you know what? If you're offsides, I don't care. You put that ball away. Because guess what? That right now they feel like, you know what? These guys don't want it, right? Because he's already worrying about the offsides. Don't worry about the offsides. Just put the ball away. They go, it's offsides. Good. Because you know what? That one time that you're onside, you take that nonchalant.
Do you know what he'd be better trying to hold it up, mate? He would have been better because he had no opportunity that he was going to do that from there because he was stretching already. Do you know what I mean? And he hasn't got that physique to be able to.
But he got to volley that one though.
Get power behind it.
He just wanted to get a touch. If he tries to volley that, let the ball come down or something like that and put his foot through it, right? That's Yeah. Another person that has to show up today for us today is Erdogan, and like I don't know what you guys have. You guys heard his name or seen him do anything so far today that leads you to believe he's going to help us?
He's getting on the ball, but obviously he needs the people in front of him to make their runs.
I think already he's oh god, the fucking hell. I think like when he's got in certain areas already in the first 10 minutes, he's looking to make that pass, isn't he? I think the piece is though, yeah, right. We need to, when we get these opportunities, we need to be kind of fucking clinical. Do you know what I mean? Because the more and more these strikers miss, the more and more fucking pressure it's going to put on
them. Yeah. Have we taken a shot yet? I don't think we've taken a shot, right?
Not yet, mate.
Not yet. No, I can't remember that. No.
They've already taken a shot, I think, from their midfielder.
Yeah,
And it was a
indeed.
nice
Yeah.
one too. So. So what time are you on, Liam?
10 exactly.
Okay. I'm ahead of you? That's weird. Well, it's been a while since I've seen you, Liam. It's good seeing
It's
the
always a
pictures of the
pleasure.
family and stuff, man. So
Yeah, they're all good, mate.
the boys are getting big.
Oh, yeah, you're telling me.
Keep you busy.
Oh, mate. It's relentless, mate. It's absolute relentless.
Yeah, as they say, they grow like weeds, man.
I'm a tired man. I'm a tired and angry man.
Yeah. That's just from Arsenal. That's not even.
That is with Arsenal, mate.
That's not even day-to-day life at work or anything. That's just Arsenal based. Oh god!
Come on, mate. You got to do better there. Do you know what I mean? You just literally won the ball out of play.
Yeah.
Glad to see Ben White back on the bench, though.
Yeah. It's something. We needed something after the Havertz news.
I think it offers us a good option as well, mate. You know what? So like we can rest Timber in games. Do you know what I mean? Because he's played a lot of games.
I think I saw something like he's got like a couple thousand minutes in games. I don't know if that's actually right or not. I don't think so. But
who's that?
Timber.
He's played a lot of football, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's actually
and that's the thing. So you got Calafiori, and Timber still is you're still overworking Timber. You know, the point of bringing Calafiori in, was it really for fullback or support or for center back support?
I say based on frame, I say centre back support, but we'll never know now.
Yeah.
And he's definitely not getting. We're not using him for center back support yet. I think he's had one. Has he actually played center back for us?
No, I don't think he has, mate. I can't recall him ever playing centre back. I might be wrong.
But
it is the problem now.
I mean, we played Timber before we played him. I know he might have been injured at that time, but
one here he's so nippy, mate.
You just get him the ball. Just get him the ball.
Yeah,
he'll make something happen.
Yeah,
he'll make something happen. Even if he's got three. He's. I think he's a more aggressive Saka, but Saka's so clean.
I'm still not, mate. All my watches, mate. I'm Trossard. He's just not that player.
He can't start for us, man. That's the problem. He can't start for us. You know what? Arteta doesn't know how to click the buttons. You know how you press the button on somebody? Like Trossard should be pissed coming into this game. He should be going, you know what? Arteta just told me Butler's sitting on the bench ready to come in as soon as I'm gonna push the button, Trossard, if you don't show me anything, because he needs a little bit of a fire under him. He doesn't play. He doesn't just have that determination to go and do it himself. Well, you've seen him pissed. It works.
Do you know what? Right, it's a shame he's an arsehole, the geezer, right? An absolute arsehole, yeah, right. Oh, mate, you might laugh at me, but I would like the one who would attract me more than anyone, and just because he'd do a job up top, be Costa. He'd be the only one out there, anyone that you've got there, yeah, right, in that free transfer market that you could put up there and just have as a focal point. Do you know what I mean? At least he'll bully the fucking centre backs. At least he'll be able to kind of do what Havertz does to a certain extent and defend set pieces. But the problem is the geezer's such a fucking arsehole. You don't know what you're going to get with him, do you?
No. I don't. Well, we probably kill him now. I mean, after about 30 minutes, he'll probably be dead. And we're like, what just happened? We just brought in this 40-year-old player, and like he's laid out on the pitch, and we're stretching him out.
How we got into a situation where we're talking about free transfers now? Do you know what I mean? Like, how the fuck are we looking at? I'm reading stuff with Costa, Carlos Vela, fucking Lucas Perez, mate. I'm just like, mate, even Yaya Sanogo's free. Do you want him back for fucking end of the season?
Yeah, I've heard that one before as well. Yeah, I've heard that one. Fucking, what was it? Henry did the charity match in Saudi last night, and he's got Henry's 40. He's been retired for about 15 years.
Yeah. It's nothing against Trossard, mate. Do you know what I mean? But literally, he can play on the wing, and that's it, mate. For me, do you know what I mean? Look, he's offside here, mate. I'm watching him. He's just offside.
But he won't come back. He'll just continue to stay there. At least slow down a little bit. Get yourself on side so you can make a run. You know, he
Before,
won't do
before
that.
the game kicked off, they
Ball way
TNT
there.
put up a stat saying what his overall goal contribution this season: 4 goals, 4 assists all season.
That would be good if we had a starting left wing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what we need. We've been saying it all along. Martinelli isn't our. Like none of them are
Ain't
number
Ben
one
Yedder got
starting.
loads of shit. Ain't Ben Yedder got loads of shit though as well in the background?
Probably. Not,
Yeah, I think I read something, mate. Something really controversial with Ben Yedder. But yeah, he's probably the best. He's probably the best solution out there. Do you know what I mean?
Unlucky. That's something. Again, Ethan's creating the stuff. He's doing his bit there.
No, you know that's why you want to start him because I mean, he eventually will get into the game and get that extra time and he's putting crosses in. We just don't. Rice with a header is just not.
Let's have a look at the replay.
Do you know what? Right, if Odegaard can get one area on the ball as quick as he can, if he can get him on the ball as quick as he can, and so we can make. He's the one who's going to make things happen. But yeah, again, mate, Sterling, Trossard, both offside when that ball goes in.
Yeah.
And he's going to hold the ball up just enough so they can get onside, and they still don't get onside. I'm telling you, he's got the control. Like at least for me, like a Saka, like he'll get the ball to you, just get in position. How in the world are they both offsides? They're both looking at each other, going. You can't be looking down the back line and you're looking at your own teammate's back. I mean, come on. At some point, the presence has to be there, right?
Well, you don't think so, wouldn't you?
Okay, Gav, we're desperate. We ain't that desperate. Fucking Danny Ings.
I don't know at the moment, mate. We are in a fucking.
Liam, while you've got the chance, you want to say anything to Gav and Ruddy in the chat?
No, it's just I'm looking at a few day trips to Brighton, mate. If I'm, above any decent places down there, just need a nice little hotel and all that. Thinking of a nice little summer's day, take the boys down to Brighton. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Fucking Chelsea, what's going on there, mate?
I said it all season. He'll start off well. Second half of the season, he'll fall apart. He's falling apart.
Do you know what, right? It's a bit of a strange one with Chelsea because, like, you just look at the team. Is it like the Trevor Chalobah situation just baffles me as well. Like, don't get me wrong. At least they bring their players back off loan. Do you know what I mean? If they need them, like, they don't give a fuck. They'll just bring their players back on loan. But he looked all right at Palace, but I think being at Chelsea is a level too high for him, to be fair.
So all that 1.4 bill, I know people will say, oh, most of it is young kids that aren't even going to play for Chelsea. How much of that 1.4 mil actually is a first team player in the Premier League? If you look at it, if you think about it now.
You got Enzo's 100 million loan. 100.
No, but is he actually playing like a first? Like, is he like a first team player?
He had the captain's armband on yesterday.
Does a band mean anything?
Well, probably not. But he's there for he's definitely first team.
So he's a first team player in the Premier League. Now, is he a Chelsea first team player?
Who? Or Enzo?
Yeah.
He's definitely
not this team. Chelsea, but the Chelsea.
No, this is something I was looking at him yesterday. Yeah, right. I'm thinking, is he actually overrated, or is he just around a mismatched team, which Chelsea have been known the last few years? I think it's really hard to kind of really judge him, isn't it? Just like.
But don't they stand out? A player stands out, even if he's among like.
Well, like Cole Palmer, for example.
He stood out last season. This year, I think he's a young player, right? He hasn't realized that he might have to just do some things by himself to stand out. Like, and you know what? Maybe he's overworked or whatever it is. Because you saw it with Saka, right? No matter how poor it was around him, he still looked like he was shining, right?
Yeah.
Right. He looked like he was fine. Or like, just get the ball to Saka, good things will happen.
I am right in thinking Enzo cost over 100 million now, isn't I?
I think 125
mil.
Yeah,
how much?
125.
Oh,
125 million pounds.
So all right, here we go. 105 for Enzo.
105 for Casado.
What do we pay for Rice?
100.
100. What 100 mil player are you getting back? the value for what player. I mean, I think Casado looks good for Chelsea. I think he's just among like the stink of everything around him isn't helping. Right?
You don't know when you got a whole you keep building a whole new team, or not a whole new team, but you just keep putting loads of players in week year in year out, and their goalkeeper, the goalkeeping situation from shocking, isn't it? Like when you think of Chelsea, the really good Chelsea teams, you're thinking of really good goalkeepers, isn't you? Or you think of Petr Cech mainly, but you look at their goalkeepers.
You see all the former goalkeepers. Look at all the former goalkeepers that come through Chelsea that are out there that they didn't hold on to. I think I was listening to something, and it's like all these players. I think
Sterling offside again. How many more times is Sterling Trossard going to be offside? Sorry, mate. Carry on.
You know what? He's lazy. He's just standing there. Like, dude, you have to look down the line. And that's somebody who's not confident that they'll get there.
Fucking hell, Trossard, wake up! He's offside again. You'll see it.
He'll die by the sword with Trossard, mate. I'm telling you, mate.
There's no fucking choice because he's fucking run us into the.
Well,
the same before you came on, literally.
I'd rather fucking he puts Gabriel up front, mate. Put Ben White centre back.
I've said this before.
Offside again, mate. This is what I'm saying.
That's why I said. That's why I went off on. I was like, wake up, because he's literally offside again.
Yeah, exactly, mate. But why is it? Right, we're seeing this in the first 5 minutes. We're calling it out, and it just continues. Is he brain dead? Is him and Sterling that brain dead, mate?
Well, they're safe. They know for at least for a few more weeks their positions on the wings are safe, and Trossard's safe until further notice, basically.
All right, here. I'm just going to give the benefit of the doubt here. Maybe he's expecting the pass sooner. The pass doesn't come.
Nah, mate.
Offside.
Nah, mate. I'm not giving him no.
No, and I can't. No. As his lawyer, you're not taking this one.
Nah, I'm not. Nah.
All right. Well,
Martinelli's the same, mate. Martinelli's the same.
I'm just trying to reach here. Like because I know
players, though, mate. This is why we've been talking about left wingers and strikers for so long, mate. Because our left wingers are brain dead. Well, all three of them, as we can see now. Sterling, Trossard, and fucking Sterling, Trossard, and Martinelli. They just never on side, mate. Like the one at Fulham, mate, was fucking criminal, weren't it? Let's be honest. Like Martinelli does not have to be offside. He does not have to be offside. Just hold your run.
Wake up.
Not giving him the benefit of the doubt, mate.
With the ball whatsoever. Only good things can happen.
Ball there from Sterling.
Oh, Partey, you're being a prick as well. You're all being pricks.
Partey's fucking being a bit sluggish, to be fair.
They all are, let's be honest. They're all shut probably from fucking going to Dubai.
Well, mate.
They've been back since Thursday, I think it was.
We're not making the easy pass when it's there. I mean, not making the easy pass.
Thomas Pay. Fucking hell, they're not even fucking communicating with each other. This is what happens, like.
But this is what I was trying to say before, like literally before you came on today, I was saying to go, like it's got to a point because all the amount of games everyone's got to play now. We've got extended Champions League, all the international football, this, that, and the other over the last few years. No one's getting any breaks now, really, in terms of in the summer. Usually you get a month and a half and you're back again and all that. But now it's just like, no, relentless. But you got managers like Arteta, Pep that want to work with small squads and high wages. It's not. It can't work anymore like that. It's to a point you need to have a big squad. Yeah. Otherwise, this bullshit happens.
Yeah. No, the one thing I'll say, at least in the beginning of the season, I think I don't know if you guys remember when the season started. A lot of teams were resting. Only a few teams were resting their players. I think Liverpool was resting some of their players. Even some of them who hadn't even played in Europe. Like Rice, I think came out playing right away, and he looked rusty. It was almost one of those things where maybe he shouldn't have rushed him back so soon because he did play a lot during the summer, right? Saka, of course, always plays, so that's nothing there. But I think Rice was a little slow to start the season, and he probably needed to we didn't need to rush him back. You know, we rushed him back. He never really got into a good flow. And then he's been out with injury, in and out of the lineup. So I feel like that's the player management we talk about also from Arteta. Like he just sees a player that can run up and down the pitch and goes, all right, they're at 100%, let's go. As opposed to maybe we don't need to rush them back just yet. And then you then don't depend on the rest of your squad, right? Every play on this squad, Arteta is picked. If he can't play them, then you're doing a poor job, right? You have to be able, he has to be able to depend on this squad to come in there and either see out games, start games, and all of that. The only position where we do that is Trossard and Martinelli. Everywhere else, we're like, well, is there an injury coming? Right? When White comes back, we shouldn't have an issue with fullbacks, right? Hitting red lines, right? You can rotate all three of those fullbacks and we won't lose a thing, right? Skelly probably shouldn't get as many minutes as he's gotten if we're going to make sure he's ready for a good career at Arsenal. But Timber also coming back from ACL. I mean, this is all player management stuff. Rice didn't even see that. He's heading that ball. He doesn't even know where that ball is, man. There's no way. I don't know.
Rice had some really good opportunities this season with that ball.
The ball in his head, he's looked so bad. It's been so bad.
Like he's had that chance about 3-4 times now in probably the last month or 2 months. The Man United one was the worst one. Do you know what I mean?
But actual prick.
He's going to have to pop up and start scoring goals, mate, as well. Do you know what I mean? Like we expected the midfielders to pop up and score goals. And between Rice and Odegaard, mate, they've not been good enough in front of goal. And do you know what? They're good players, but that's reality, mate. They've not been good enough in front of goal, especially Odegaard. Do you know what I mean? Like that one against Newcastle, mate. He scores that, right? It changes the whole complexion of that game. It changes the whole complexion of that game.
I talk about it all the time. You need your players to hit that, to do that one, to make that one play to get things going, right?
I'm not saying we would have won the game, but it would have changed the whole complexion of that game.
Yeah.
And it would have put nerves into that Newcastle fan base and that team at that point. And like all I can remember this year, Odegaard scoring is fucking tap-ins, like open goals, which is good to get into them positions. But actually, as it goes, his actual shooting has been so poor this year. Which, at his level of play and the caliber of player he is, he needs to contribute to the team much, much better. And he needs to step up right now because now we need him to chip in with goals. And we need Rice to chip in with goals. Do you know what I mean? We're being honest, Partey's been our best one. Partey's been our best one scoring goals, isn't he?
Yeah. That's what we were saying. Like Odegaard needs to just spend his practice just shooting. Just shoot, please, because I think everything else is going to catch up. But the shooting is something that it's been lacking for. Now we're on year 2, or since he hit 15, right? I know we're not expecting 15 every year, but we're expecting more than what we're getting for sure. All right, we're expecting him to get easily 10 goals in a season in the Premier League. No, right? I mean, that we're not asking a lot from him of where he plays and what he's, how much time he has on the ball. 10 goals shouldn't be that much for him, but we're not getting that. We're not getting double-digit assists. I mean, I can't, like, if I'm looking at that, I'm like, you have to do better, right? Pressing, I get it. I love your press, but you have to produce something for this team. You have to create for this team. You have to score for this team.
Pissing me off. He's offside again.
Who's that?
Yeah, he just stood there. He just stood there.
Do you still want me to give him the benefit of the doubt?
I don't know.
You know what? When you're standing outside, and you look down, you see the referee.
This geezer cannot play up front for us, mate. He cannot play centre for us.
What do we practice? Come on, tell me. We practice all the damn time. Do we not practice staying on side as an attacker?
He rolls me. Do you know what? He rolls me, mate. He actually rolls me up, mate. Honestly, he can't play that position, mate. He can't play that position. Yeah, do you know what? Right? He'll probably score like sometimes today, right? And then we'll go, yeah. But no. He can't play that position. He's not that player. He can't do it.
Well, with all the possession we're having, right? We're gonna get something out of this. The problem is we should. I feel like we should have scored already, right? But
not when they're offside every time, mate.
But no. What I'm saying is, with all this
Well,
possession,
fuck off being
we
offside
should.
for. Read the
Again, who's
fucking
offside now?
line.
Who's offside?
Sterling.
Mate, come on, mate. Dude.
You see how far offside he is? No wonder
Do we
he's
still
like
give the
he's
benefit?
probably he's probably going. Why is nobody defending me, dude? They can't see you. You're
Because you're
behind
fucking
them.
shit.
Mate, look at him. He just looks defeated, Sterling, don't he? He just looks deflated, mate. Oh, mate. Fucking Sterling and Trossard, mate. Mate, do you know what, Gabby? It's going to go one way or the other, isn't it? Like, let's be honest. Someone's going to score the first goal, and that'd be it. Because whoever gets the first goal, I ain't got faith in the other team and either team to be able to get back into the game.
Yep.
No, you're right there, Rush. We've got absolutely no fucking empire.
Have we even got a corner yet today? We're 30 minutes in.
No, I
don't think we put ourselves in a position where we can. Well, we're too busy being offsides to actually get a ball pushed out for a free kick.
They're not stupid, though, are they, Leicester? They're going to concentrate on one area.
We definitely should have had one, but yeah.
And then, do you know what? They're going to think well, don't worry about Trossard and Sterling because they'll be offside every time. Give them all the room they want because they'll be offside every time.
Get back there at half time. I know he's a kid and all that, but
they just rotate to Ethan because he's the only one that's actually looks threatening because he putting himself in a threatening position every time.
Mate, a whole 3 months of Trossard centre forward, mate, is fucking painful to think of.
No, get him up. As I say, get him off half time. Off he comes.
Well, I don't know if you even get him off,
or do you
put him left wing and get Sterling off. Because at least you know you've got a chance with Trossard to get a goal. Do you know what I mean? It was me being deluded today, throwing the all grapes. Yeah, get Sterling with score. Fuck, he ain't scoring fuck all, is he?
You're reaching, man. You're reaching, right?
I'm putting my hope into him, mate, and I'm deluding myself to these stupid thoughts into my brain. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That he's capable of doing it.
Come on, Winery, make something happen.
Oh, well, don't you think? Oh, your prick, your actual prick.
Look, he's offside again, mate. Look how offside he is, Trossard.
You're about to see something in a minute, and you're going to lose your mind. Trust me.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Yep, you've seen it. Your turn, Liam.
That is a man lost of confidence. Loss of confidence. That's what a choke job looks like. That's what a choke job looks like. They're in the headlights, all that stuff. In the box, ball nicely given to him. I can't keep my feet. And he just what? Well, he's known for being on those feet, right? In the box. And now we can't get him to stay upright in the box with the ball at his feet.
I don't know what to say anymore, chaps. Honestly.
You know what? It's all that extra running from being offsides. It's wearing them down already.
Do you know, in my head, right? In my head, yeah. I just think like this club is not on the same hymn sheet. Like there's no way in my thought process, right? With what's happened with Edu, that the board, Edu, Arteta, they're all on the same hymn sheet. You don't get into this situation if everyone's on the same hymn sheet, do you? Like, you just don't. You don't, do you? You don't. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't. You don't get players coming out saying, "Oh yeah, we need players." You don't get all that, do you? You don't get the manager coming out and going, "Oh yeah, I've got faith that they're doing a cracking job." It just doesn't happen, mate. When they're on the same hymn sheet, mate, they just go out and do the business. They go out and get what they need in.
Yeah, at Leicester City is just going to play. They're going to be patient because they know we're going to make a mistake because we have shown that all season. We're going to make a mistake, right? If they can just, stay in front of us on the attacking side, they'll be fine because we're not pushing it, right?
There's no way with this forward line, mate, that we can dream of anything, mate. I'll tell you what, mate. If we don't win today, yeah, right. The pressure then, as I said, the pressure will get worse and worse on these forwards. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
And when the pressure gets worse and worse, yeah, right, what will happen is then the atmosphere is going to start affecting into the stadium and all that kind of stuff, isn't there? And like social media and all that. Mm. And people are going to get like...
We took a shot. We took a shot there. We're going to have a corner.
Woohoo!
Well, at least he's had a shot. Do you know what I mean? But people are going to start getting resentful because we haven't done what we needed to do.
Mm.
Yeah.
And we know how things can just change. Like we're always one game away from a disaster, and that's where we are. We're back in that situation, and it sounds stupid because we're second in the league and all that. But actually, yeah, right, we're lucky that teams like Chelsea are so out of form because, like, if we don't win this game, yeah, right, then we go into the West Ham game. Now, I think that's going to be hard now, mate, because like we don't score in the first half of West Ham, yeah, right. The fans are going to get on top of the players, especially if they're playing like this. Do you know what I mean? Like forwards and all that. Mate, it could become a situation, and you're looking at top four, mate, which should never be in a situation whatsoever. Should never be in a situation. And if you're telling me you can put these three out in the Champions League against the likes of Juventus, AC Milan, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, come on. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen, mate. Like we're reliant on scoring from corners at the moment. We're basically hoping for Gabriel or Saliba or Declan Rice to put an incredible delivery in.
Yeah.
And shit out our way to a 1-0 fucking victory.
Yeah.
But like you said, our defence is not as good. They're definitely not as good as we think they are at the moment. And they're always likely to concede one goal. So actually, we need to score 2 goals every game.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this forward line is not giving us 2 goals. The midfielders are not giving us 2 goals at the moment. So we're relying on Gabriel to basically get us 2 goals every game.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're looking for Gabriel to give us a goal on a set piece, and then we're looking for a goal from either defense, midfield, or attack.
One area, like you said, one area, isn't it?
One area is like our best chance. Just get him the ball. I mean, they did practice, right? They did practice, right? Like together, like right? They did practice. Did they not see Winery playing with Trossard and Sterling?
Let's be honest, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, we should be practicing fucking Odegaard fucking scoring goals from fucking 15, 20 yards, mate. We can score set pieces with the best.
He's not even looking, and Erdegaard's not even thinking of putting a foot through the ball when he gets in sight of a goal. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Colonel, what the hell are you watching? Sterling's going to score. Score here. I've seen he's got his mojo back. He's got something back, but he's not fucking mojo.
I didn't know Chris Nix was here today, though. I see that he said he was watching the best team in London today, so I didn't realise he was at Leicester.
Fancied a trip to the Midlands for the day and thought, you know what, let's go and watch the Mighty Reds.
Do you know what, right? Do you remember last season, right, when we beat when we was on that really good run, we beat Sheffield United 6-0, right? And I watched us that day, right? And I thought, like, do you know what? I thought, even though it was just Sheffield United, right? I thought, we've got such a great style now, right? Where we're literally pinning teams into their own fucking box and we're just literally playing in their half the whole game.
Yeah.
And then within 3 months, mate, we've just lost the whole substance again. And I don't really understand how we lost the whole substance of that. Do you know what I mean? Like, honestly, we're at that point where you look fucking good.
It's like every season since we started competing for the title, every season we come close, but we don't get over the line. It starts the following season.
Take the shot. He's not even looking to take the shot. Just sitting on the ball. Come on.
But it's like he's, as I say, Arteta's setting teams up at the start of last season and this season more defensive than the previous. It's just to get us to this point. But now we're like, we got us to this point, but guess what? We've got no fucking squad nearly.
Just on that, Gary, if that's in the last 2-3 minutes, Odegaard has a shot there. Do you know that?
Yeah.
He's got to take that. Not wait for not to step into the defense. Take that. Like, that's an opportunity to at least put the ball into the box. You don't know what's going to happen. I mean, Skelly looks better in the midfield.
Fuck off, Trossard, you're a prick.
Line with the ball at his feet. You know?
You're really pissing me off today.
Nah, you know what? Like, that's confidence, man. Our defense looks better, comfortable in the box. Trossard can't get on the end of that. I mean, he's amongst giants there, but I'm telling you, if we just, like, you know how Pep, like, takes his center backs and says, you know what, you're going to play fullback for me? We're going to have to take anybody on defense and say, guess what? You play in the front line for me. You play better than what we got.
You just
Play
can't have
better than
Trossard as your central forward, mate. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It is not the answer. And I know there ain't much of an answer.
Isn't that more about scheme and stuff like that than it is about whether he can play a center forward for you? Like, you know, like we're playing him we're playing him to some degree like we have a striker. Like once again, we're playing like we have strikers, and it's like no, he's not a striker. So can we play him in the role that actually suits his style? We don't do that, right?
Sitting on the bench.
Coming off the bench.
Yeah, exactly. Sitting on the bench.
Yeah, but we don't have that chance. You know, he has come in and like was it last season or the season before he did come in and produce for us. So it is there. Right?
He's not good, mate. He's not good enough to play game after game after game after game if you want to win the title.
Oh boy, did he whiff at that ball? There's a nice little loft there from Erdogan, and he whiffed at it. Oh my gosh! Now you got to be able to get your foot on that one. Come on, Erdogan actually made a really good pass there.
It's fucking hopeless, mate. That is fucking hopeless.
Yeah. Well, you know what? At least I'm going to say Erdogan Martin. I'm going to say Martin because I don't say his name right. Was looking for something there. You got to get your foot on that ball. Think about it. You got nothing else going on except for that ball in the air. You get your foot on the end of it, and he whiffs at it. Wow. This is where Erdogan Martin is screaming at Trossard, going, "I can't deliver it any better than that. You get your foot on that damn ball, get some contact, you score, right?" This is where that whole communication, this is where that whole, I'm going to help you out, but you got to help me out too. All right?
Oh, James Justin's gone down again.
He's got to go off, mate. He's been down already. Do you know what? I'll get Calafiori on, mate. I'm just thinking about the Wolves game as well, mate. Like,
you going to pull Trossard or Sterling?
No, I don't know what I'm pulling, mate. I don't know.
No. You got to pull somebody. You pulling Trossard or Sterling?
Like, this might be harsh, but no, I'm not even thinking. I'm just thinking about how can we score goals in this game at the moment because we have to score goals.
You pulling Trossard or Sterling?
Well, no, I don't even. Well, that's the problem, isn't it? Like,
you can't pull one of our defenders. They're not.
Well, you can as well.
No. You don't know. We can't pull our defenders. No.
You can. At the end of the day, yeah, right. You can, but don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about them not getting pulled because they fucking need to be pulled. But I'm thinking, who's going to fucking score for us in this game? Who's going to score for us? Who's going to give us
our defense is going to score for us?
And Calafiori is one player who can get into the fucking box to do something, like he proved at Wolves. You know what I mean? Like he proved at Man City. Yeah. Like he can do something. We need someone.
He will split lines all by himself. That's the nice thing.
Unless you play Skelly left wing. Unless you put Skelly left wing, and then play Calafiori at left back. Is that something we could do?
Arteta probably doesn't have that in his book.
Is that something we could do though? Like, I'm just thinking that I think Calafiori is a player who can get us a goal.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The one thing he will do is he'll be a threat on the attacking side. Like right now, we got no threat with Trossard and Sterling.
I'm also thinking, right, Lee Tierney is going to give you one fucking decent, world-class ball into the box. You know what I mean? Like he's produced it time after time when he's come on. He's like nearly every game, right? He's put some kind of into the box. You're like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying you can bring Brotham on, but what I'm saying is, right, I'm thinking about who can score in this game for us from open play at the moment because we're not getting set pieces, we're not getting corners, and I can't see us doing anything for love or money because
we need. You know what you need is somebody who can take off a little bit of the pressure off Nweri in the sense that he has to go against 2 and 3 players right now because they know the other 2 attackers are either on offsides or not going to do it anyways. So you know, he's a threat, and Nweri's a threat.
Yeah, you got to keep him on. So you got to keep him on the right. Do you know what I mean? 100%. You've got to keep him on. But these 2, right. Like, do you know what, mate? The problem with Trossard is, right. I wouldn't take him off. I'd put him on the left. I'd potentially put Trossard on the left because I think you can at least get something from Trossard on the left. He's not a fucking forward, mate. Do you know what I mean? He's not a fucking forward. But then if you put Trossard on the left, then what I'm saying is that you're taking Skelly off Calafiori. But then, do you know what I mean? Who goes up front? Do you know what I mean? Who goes into, unless you put one area up top, and then potentially put Timber on the right wing and put Ben White right back, or do you? I don't know. Do Chuck Marino in there. At least he's a presence.
Corner. Ethan again. Ethan. It's proving up again. This half's proving the point. Unless Ethan's come from the right hand side, we're doing nothing.
And they know that, mate. So do you know what? They're going to put all their onus on that right hand side to stop him from getting in that position for 25 yards, isn't they? Look, you can tell every time, mate. Look at the right hand side, yeah, right? They're fucking nullifying that because they know on the left hand side, mate, it ain't a threat. It ain't a fucking threat.
I like Ethan. I like him.
Arteta needs to prove to us that he's got a plan B, mate. He's the manager, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I'll definitely be getting Calafiori on this game somewhere on that pitch. I'll be getting him on.
As you said, here comes a corner, and where he put a ball on Gabriel's head. Gabriel put the ball in the net. Martin, it gets a head on it. Sterling, what's he doing? What are you laughing at?
It's fucking hopeless, mate. It's fucking hopeless.
This is not a comedy, man. This is supposed to be.
It's supposed to be serious shit, mate, but I can't take it serious, yeah, right? When we've got a board like we've got, mate, who've just done what they've done in the January window, mate. I can't take it seriously. Like, why should I take it seriously when they don't take it seriously? That's where I've got to now, mate. Do you know what I mean?
I hate Sterling. I hate him.
You hate who?
Any second you're about to see what he does. Yeah.
He's gone, mate, isn't he? He's gone. Like, he's had the opportunity today.
He's dribbled it out.
He's found his addition in the first 45 minutes. I'd be ruthless if I was on. Oh, my fucking God, mate. Oh, my fucking God. Do you know what, right? He just needs to take him off the pitch, mate. Arteta needs to show some fucking bollocks. He needs to show some bollocks, mate, and take him off the pitch and get California.
How is this performance any different than Nuno Tavares? Remember when he came in, he subbed in, and within 10, 15 minutes, he was subbed out because the performance was poor. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like if you can do that to your defender, you can do that to your attacker. We'll rather win this game 1-0 because our defense is so strong, right? Bring on another defender.
Fans that are there, mate. Gal. Look at the fans, mate. They're do you know what, right? We're the only club, yeah, right? That can go to beat Man City 5-1 and then fuck it up within 24 hours. We're the only club, right, that can go and do what we did to Man City in the second half and then fuck it up within 24 hours and destroy absolutely everything we did in that game.
Yeah, the
mate,
fans
I'm fucking sick of this board, mate. I've got to be honest with you, yeah, right? I'm fucking sick of it. Like, the only reason they started coughing up money, mate, in my eyes, yeah, right, is because they got fucking exposed in terms of fucking the Super League. Before that, mate, they done absolute fuck all to give us money, mate. We were getting people like Cedric on a fucking free transfer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not fucking delude ourselves with the fucking
standard as well.
Fucking wankers, mate.
Everybody's missing your chats or rants. They miss him.
Yeah, mate. I'm glad, mate. You, Steph, you can have a fucking field day today, right? And here's another one for you, right? Since they've been in, right? There's obviously issues all the time upstairs, mate. We've had Rolset Sanelli, he's fucking gone. Even Gasidas, he's gone. Edu, he's gone. Do you know what I mean? Why? Why? Like, do you know what I mean? Why is this happening all the fucking time?
Oh my God, it was almost 1-0 to them.
You know why? Because look at this. We're sitting back and we don't even want to control the damn ball.
Ball watching.
I mean, it's almost like Arteta said, all right, you know what? There's 4 minutes left.
Mate, he needs to seriously show some bollocks, yeah, right, for
There's
me.
4 minutes left, guys. You know, I can see the tape. I can see the the finish line. Just see this thing out. And when he said see it out, he meant don't try to score late. And they definitely did not try to score late. And they're just definitely going to sit back and try to defend this and give them all the possession and all the time in their final third. You just asking for trouble.
The script's written here, isn't it? The script's written here.
They're gonna be patient because we're not good. They're gonna be patient because we're not gonna take it to them, and we're not gonna take it to them because we're gonna leave. We're gonna come out again in the second half with Trossard and Sterling, and Arteta's gonna go. You know, I give them another 10 to 15 minutes, 70 minutes into the match. You know what? Maybe I'll switch things up, right? And I'll switch it up by defense.
that's negligence, mate, as well, mate. As much as it's we know how negligent the club are anyway in the transfer window, yeah, right. But if he does give them another 10 to 15 minutes, mate, that's absolutely bullshit, mate. I would be fucking ripping a piece out of them arseholes at half time, yeah, right? And especially that front line, because it's unacceptable, absolute unacceptable to be offside, the amount you're offside, yeah, right? And they were absolutely hopeless, yeah, right? When they even had the ball. Like Sterling and Trossard, yeah, right? I pulled out fucking absolute 0 out of 10s for me in that first half. 0 out of 10s. I wouldn't accept it, mate. I wouldn't accept it. And do you know what, right? The only way, right, you're going to fucking either ship up or ship out, yeah, right? It's by fucking ripping them off the pitch. And get the likes of Calafiori on. Get the likes of fucking... get the likes of Marino on if you have to. Get the likes of Tierney on. But don't accept that performance, mate. No, we can't accept that, mate. We cannot accept that, mate. And I don't care, right, whether they're confident or not confident, yeah, right? That is abysmal, the first half. That is abysmal. That attacking performance is absolutely abysmal. And do you know what? It was to be expected. It was to be expected. It was to be expected. It was to be expected.
Well, this is
they're all
where
shit, mate. They're all shit, mate. Do you know what I mean?
This is where at some point you're like, Arteta, can you get these guys to overachieve? And he can't do it. He can do it on the defensive side. He can't do it on the attacking side.
He ain't got,
right?
he ain't got the fucking players no more, is he? But
No, overachieve. I mean, they're twos coming in, and he makes them fours. He can't do that. He can't make them just a little bit better. Right, we knew Sterling was going to struggle today. We knew Trossard is playing in that center forward position isn't what we want. But get something out of them. What has he got out of them except for these guys are so they don't understand. Look, you got to just stay on side and maybe give ourselves a chance. The ball, the play is dead before we even get a chance to see it out. All right. Every time they touch the ball, how many times was it offsides? Like 80, 90%. Right?
Yeah.
80-90% of the time they're offsides. At some point, where is Arteta screaming at them? Can you guys stay on side? Where is Erdegaard, the leader, going stay on side? All right, where is this? Like we talk about leadership. Where is Rice? Stay on side, fellas. Can you please stay on side? Somebody. All right, somebody needs to speak up.
Mate,
right?
It's embarrassing, mate. It's embarrassing watching this, right? And with you guys, yeah, right. It's embarrassing because we're talking about a team that's second in the league, yeah, right. We're talking about a team that could have pushed Liverpool to the very end, yeah, right. And just from the top down, mate. Just from the top down, it stinks for me. That from the top down, from the bloke who owns this club, yeah, right. And I'm not going to bring in all the players, mate, because do you know what I mean. Like, I think a lot of these players have been overused. And I'm not going to start slagging down the likes of Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, all that lot, yeah, right. But when you start bringing in wank like Sterling on transfer deadline day, and you bring in Neto, and let's be honest. That performance at Girona was absolutely fucking embarrassing. Really, like the geezer nearly attempted to get himself sent off. He attempted to get himself sent off, and these two loan signings, yeah, right, have killed us. They've absolutely killed us to the point, yeah, right, where we can't get no one in January. But look at Aston Villa, mate. Look at Aston Villa in January. Look what they've done. Look what they've done, mate. They've gone out, yeah, right, and brought 3 fucking attacking players in. They haven't rested on their laurels. They haven't rested on their laurels because they've just got Ollie Watkins, do you know what I mean? And Bailey and whoever else they got on their wings, do you know what I mean? They haven't rested on their laurels. They've actually gone and strengthened fucking tenfolds. But what do? We do absolutely nothing. And we have got what we absolutely deserve, mate, in terms of how we manage that window. And mate,
well, how? No, think about it. That whole Neto deal. How is it? You hold off a week or whatever. I think he was on the cards to come in. A week later, he's cup tied. So we're going to bring him in anyway. So what the world are you doing?
The only tournament you're going to play him. The only tournament that you're likely to play Neto, let's be honest, is the League Cup, yeah, right? And he's cup tied. Let that sink in, Gary. Let that sink in. That is the thought process of the people, that the recruitment.
And they didn't want to. And they didn't want to spend the 25 on Garcia, who they want. You want this player. Pay the damn 20. Mate. You just not only this, but you just had a really good sale. You sold really well, right? For Arsenal, that was really good.
Yes.
Garcia, 25 mil for a player that wants to come in, who knows he's going to be behind Raya, but is better than Neto, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
you bring him in; he might be your future. You bring him in because you have the monies. right? You have the monies. You bring him in. You don't need to spend that. So now you've got that loan position that you can still bring in another player either in summer or in January like we wanted, right? And we don't do that. So like that that's unacceptable. That's negligence. That's you just who signed off on that deal?
Well, that Friday, yeah, right. That transfer deadline on that Friday, yeah, right. That transfer deadline day has absolutely killed us this season. Has absolutely killed us. Them two signings. Now, in hindsight, yeah, right. I get the Sterling one. Like, we didn't expect him to be as bad as he is, did we? Well, let's be honest. None of us expected him to be as bad as he has been. No one expected that. No one expected that his confidence would be as bad as it is. Like, we're talking, his confidence is like
Well, no,
not
no,
even
no.
on a level.
You can't say that because you know what? You can't say that because the same way when Kai came in and we
Yeah,
had to
it
do
might-
all these things to press his buttons and stuff and get him to wake up and
At
shake
least,
off
at least
all that
Havertz woke up, though, mate.
stink, huh?
At least he woke up. Do you know what I mean? At
No,
least he was trying, mate.
but you know what? You're talking two different things, right?
No, I'm not. I'm not. What I'm saying is, yeah, right. We would never have foreseen how bad Sterling was going to be on transfer deadline day. We would never have foreseen that it would have been this bad. Do you know what I mean? We never would have foreseen that he would play as less minutes as he has. His performances on the pitch are absolutely at rock bottom, and his confidence is the rock bottom. Like, I thought Havertz's confidence was at rock bottom, but you know what? At least with Havertz, yeah, right? He was trying. At least with Havertz, he was giving 100% on the pitch every game.
Yeah.
At least with Havertz, he was attempting to be that player. Do you know what I mean? Where Sterling, he's just totally gone, mate. Like, he's just totally gone. Like, he's fallen out of love with football, mate. This is a player that's fallen out of love with football. I think that we like. I look at him now, right? I think, what Premier League team could he go to now? No one, mate. There's no one that would risk putting Raheem Sterling in their team right now, is there?
Yeah. No,
not even Southampton, mate. Not even Southampton would take him.
The reason why I kind of feel it's a little bit different, but the same in the sense that he wasn't coming in to be a starter for us. He was coming in to give us 20, 30 minutes at the end of a game. That's how we were going to use him. The same way that Kai Havertz was going to come in and replace what Xhaka used to be for us, right? That was the first intent there. He's versatile enough that, you know what, he doesn't work there as well, so we can push him forward because we have nothing there either, right? We have nothing there either, right? As a forward, right? So that's kind of what I'm talking about. But then the confidence part is you saw what was happening at Chelsea, right? He doesn't get a number, is playing outside, is playing with the kids or playing in a car park or whatever it was, changing in his car before he comes in for practice and all that kind of stuff, right?
But you're not there now. You've been given the golden ticket, mate. You've been given he was given it's not deluded to the fact he was given a golden ticket.
I'm going to go, it's twofold. It's on Sterling, but I don't think Arteta has actually helped him out.
He probably hasn't helped. He probably hasn't helped him, mate. But the difference with Kai Havertz was, right, Kai Havertz come in, mate, and even in the Charity Shield, yeah, right, he had a fucking good game against Man City up top. Okay, his finishing was shocking in that game, and it was shit for the first few months. But his actual performances and his actual will and his actual drive was to do really well. Now, do you know where I think a crucial moment was with Raheem Sterling as well? When you talk about like kind of Arteta, and I don't think it was Arteta's fault that day, but I think the game at Bournemouth when Saliba got sent off and then he got taken off straight after, I think that kind of killed him a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Because I just feel that at that point he needed a couple of games. He needed a few games. He didn't get the few games. And that was his last telling point until I think he come on. And he set up one Aries goal against someone. Was it Nottingham Forest? Maybe Nottingham Forest he scored against. And he come on Sterling and he had a little bit of an impact. But yeah, I do, mate, I agree with what you're saying. It is on Sterling, but I don't think Arteta's helped him either at times as such. But this is the thing with Arteta that I keep saying, that he can moan to the press about like overplaying the games. But actually, mate, you overplayed players for the last 2 to 3 years. You refuse to use your bench. And every time he does it, is digs at the balls. Let's be honest, we all know it. It's to say to the ball, I'm not happy with what I've got. Maybe that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering, yeah, right, if everything is on a level par within the hierarchy and Arteta, because I can't work out in the life of me why we wouldn't get a forward player in January. I can't work out in the life of me. And you can't just say, right, because we're waiting for the summer to get the right player in. It's not.
No, it's not even, and the crazy part is you're saying the summer. We have needed a forward since Aubameyang left.
Fucking on. You're hitting it straight on the forehead, mate. Since Aubameyang left, right, we need a centre forward, yeah, right. Since Aubameyang left, mate, this had it up, yeah, right. This had it up. Aubameyang leaves, yeah. Lacazette leaves. Balogun leaves. Eddie Nketiah leaves. Now we can use the young kid, but he was never ever going to get in the team very soon. He'd probably be playing now, to be fair. Then went to Man United, yeah, right. We could use him, but we don't need to.
You know what? That's where we are right now. We are using Nweri and Skelly because we didn't prepare ourselves well, right? So Cheeto Obi Martin, right, would have been on the bench instead of Butler at the least, right?
So five strikers, right? Yeah. What centre forwards have we actually got in? Are we going to count Havertz as a centre forward? Do we believe he was a centre forward when we brought him in? I don't believe he was a centre forward when he came in. Yeah. Gabriel Jesus was probably the only player that I can recall, like, thinking, yeah, do you know what? He's coming to play centre forward for us. He's coming to play centre forwards. Havertz, it was only after about 10 games that I was going, do you know what? We need Havertz up front. We need Havertz up front because it's not working what we're trying. So in that flippant, mate, we've lost 5 forwards in that time that you've mentioned about Aubameyang, and we brought 1 striker in.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
But you know what? How many goalkeepers and how many defenders have we brought in? I mean, that's why I'm going.
We got fucking 4
How in the world are we? We're bringing in midfielders and defenders every window, but I can't get 1 attacker in every other window. You know what I mean?
Mate, look at the great Arsene Wenger teams. Sam's spot on. There's no way in hell we can win. But do you know what, Sam? I'll go back to 1999, right? I'm going to go back to 1999. People are going to think I'm deluded, but I'm going to go back to 1999, yeah, right? On the bench, in that team, right, at that point, mate, yeah, right. We weren't winning anything. We were second best to Man United. But do you know what we had? We had a Dennis Bergkamp. Do you know what I mean? We had a Daryl Suker. We had a Carnu. We had a Nicholas Anelka. Right? They weren't just wingers, mate. They were forwards. They were central fucking forwards, mate. Like, we ain't not even including the Overmarses, the Lundbergs. Do you know what I mean? We had all them kind of players, yeah, right? We had all them kind of options. Do you remember when we was not winning the game? Arsene Wenger would bring on three of them, and we'd end up playing 3 or 4 up front in the last 10, 15 minutes. Do you know what I mean? It was fucking brilliant, yeah, right? But nowadays, we got fuck all. We got no forwards. And I just sit there and think, yeah, right? Probably back even like 10, 15 years ago, we never had the defenders. But we've totally flippant, haven't we? We've totally flippant that now we don't have the attackers, but we always had the defend. Always got the defenders now. But back even like 10, 15 years ago, we needed a goalkeeper. We needed centre backs. Do you know what I mean? We never buy them in. But now it's gone totally the other way.
Yeah, no changes to the lineup. We're just going to stick with what we got and hope it works out.
And that's another one. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I guess he's trying to get confidence into him. I guess he needs to think, I need to try and get something out of them because I need them. I need them. Can I be?
You know what? Here's the thing. You don't need to do like you're saying that because he didn't prepare to do that throughout the entire season. Like, he shouldn't have to change the way he manages a team and sees out a game. But what you're saying is because he didn't actually do that early in a part of the season when, you know what? We know a sub's probably coming here because that's what he does. What you're saying is, no, I don't want to do it because the confidence of my, you know what? You started for me, so I thought you had confidence for me. It's maybe not your day. Tomorrow you might start for me again. Like, that's the way the coaching part works, right? And you bigging up your players no matter when you pull them, right? Today's just not your day. We're going to try something different. Don't worry, you're back in the lineup tomorrow, right? But for now, I need to see out this game. This is my job's on the line here. I need to see this game out. It's not working up top for me right now. I don't know why he didn't foresee this. This is nothing. I don't think any of us are surprised by what we're seeing. We hope for better, but we're not surprised by it, right? He's a manager. He's seen this all. He's seen these plays all year.
At least we got 4. At least we got 4 left backs on the bench. Do you know what I mean? At least we got 4 left backs on the bench. So actually, one of our bright golden star, Lewis Skelly, is probably the one we don't want to take off the bench. But actually, we got 4 players that can replace him.
Yeah, that's the crazy part, man. You got to pull.
It's more than crazy, mate. It's more than crazy.
Yeah. No, and this is the management. This is Edu. This is Arteta. All part of the management team that set up this team. right? Set up this team, right? We knew we were like, what did somebody say? We had 25-man team we could have had, but we started with 19, right? We knew we were 2-3 attackers short. We knew we were a center back reserve short, right? Going into the season, those are numbers we could have gotten, all right, but we didn't do it. So, we're gonna. I, like, and you've seen Arteta in halftime. How do you think we're gonna come out at halftime? You've seen Arteta in halftime. How do you think, like, we're gonna see Arteta in halftime come out of this? What has he told these guys?
That's what I'm saying, though, mate. Like, we come from this. We're the only club in the world, yeah, right, can go from beating Man City 5-1 to be deflated, yeah, right, 24 hours later. We're the only club that can do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, in prime time to fucking win that game, yeah, right, and get someone in who's going to fucking make a difference. Like, I know there's not many players out there. I totally get that, but at the end of the day, mate, I don't really give a shit whether they're out there or not. You should have done it. You should have got the transfer window right in the summer, like. And waiting till now was a disaster waiting to happen anyway. But we
and you know what, the reason why I bring up some of the stuff I bring up is because I look at Liverpool and I'm like, the one thing that Slot did when he got in there, every player on that team knows their place. Every player on that team has confidence when they come onto the pitch. Every player that was struggling was struggling before has looked much better. He didn't have to change. He didn't change anybody on his squad, but he's got those guys playing football. Anytime somebody comes on, they know exactly what they got to do. He's got them keyed into what needs to happen, right? Arteta plays this favorites game, and these players come out there and they're like, they know. Partey's just been brought down. That's not what we want. It's a yellow card there for him. You don't need that. But
Edu was sacked for a reason, Sam. Edu was 100% sacked, like, in my eyes. Whether it was shown as sacked or not, they got rid of Edu for a reason. And I believe, mate, it's all down to that final day of the transfer window. You
know what I'm going to say? No, you bring in Arteta as your new manager who's never managed before. Edu isn't the right player to support him, the right management to support him. You need to bring in somebody with a lot more seasoned, a veteran to help him out. That's like saying, you know what, in Nweri, I'm going to put you. This is exactly what we're seeing today. In Nweri's out there with Trossard and Sterling. Can they support him? No. In Nweri should be like the worst of the front line, right? In most situations, right? He's just got the talent and he's just not there yet, right? But no, we got him out there and he's got to lead the line. Arteta's out there and he's got Edu supporting him. No, he needed better than that. Like, you need to put better around him. He's a young manager with no experience, and then you're bringing Edu in who is up and coming, but just not like a seasoned veteran. That's when whoever, if we're getting that sporting director now that has come with a CV, right? That's how Arteta's career should have started, with a director of football with a CV that you can go, yes, that one's going to help us. They didn't do it, and now you got two people trying to learn the ropes together, right? And I think, he just took him down in the box. Nice Partey. I like him when
the thing is, right, with that, like, do you know what I mean? Edu was all right attracting a Brazilian in, but actually,
and he's not that good at that.
Apart from Declan Rice, do you know what I mean? Like,
what Brazilian did he bring in that Arteta had no conversation with in the past?
Fucking Neto, mate.
So, like I said, he didn't do a good job there either. So
Neto all day long. Who's the other one, mate? That kid that apparently is the next big thing.
Is it Marquinhos?
Oh, Marquinhos, yeah.
Think about it. Marquinhos was a marketing deal. He was free, but we paid $1 million for him so that we can help ourselves out. Turns out the well was dry after they took the $1 million and went, screw that. You guys are stupid. Well, he's free. You're gonna pay us.
Go. Support. Come on. Oh,
put your foot to it. You have to get to that ball.
You have to get to that ball. You're about to see Spencer stands there waiting for the fucking ball.
The only thing
to be fair, right? I think Rice's ball needed to be better there, and he needed to release that earlier.
But even as a
striker, that ball's sitting there 50-50. You have to get to it first.
But that's what I'm saying, though, mate. That's why, right? I wouldn't actually take Trossard off. Like, he could play on the left wing because I think him coming in on that ball, yeah, right, just there, that's where he is to fit.
That's his thing, yeah.
Come on, Erdegaard, let's go. Out wide there. Come on,
Run,
stay on side, Trossard. Stay on side.
The defender.
He was offside again, mate. Look how offside he is.
He would not slow up his run just a little bit. And then
like it's like this Butler kid, yeah, right? Like he's 22 years old. That really shocked me in the first place, yeah, right? That he's 22 years old. Like, how can we, if we're being really honest, how can we expect anything from him whatsoever? I know everyone's saying we'll give him an opportunity, and I think he will get some kind of game time, but what we actually expecting from a kid that we've never really heard of before. He come on, like it seemed like a bit of a token gesture in the last couple of minutes against Zagreb. And he's 22 years old. By that point, mate, if you're 22 years old, yeah, right, we should know who you are, shouldn't we? We should know exactly who you are and what you're doing. But now, actually, this is the geezer that we're saying that people are going, we need to be planning. And it's like unbelievable. I couldn't believe it when he was 22 years old. And then you look at he's got out to League Two clubs.
Accrington Stanley.
Yeah, and impacted nothing.
Yet Mika Birev, who we sold in the summer, by the way, for obviously pure profit because he's an Academy player, said the club then sold him in January to Monaco, and he's already smashing it in Monaco. Make it make sense. Not saying again. I'm not saying obviously if we kept Mika, he'll be playing and he'll smash it here, but it's a better option. Fucking with all due respect to this Butler kid, as I say, he's 22. We've never seen him or had him made about the academy.
Hell, do you know what I mean? Like, I know he's not old; he's still young, very young. But like,
in terms of as you say, he's 22. And he can't even play. He can't even play the under-21s anymore.
There's no ambition ever in Arteta's lifetime that he thought he'd be relying on his kid for absolute anything. Do you know what I mean?
He's offsides. All right.
And if anything, he brought Butler on in the game at Zagreb to put another dig at the ball to say that this is the kind of a forward that all I've got left to bring on.
Yeah.
It's 100% right. It's not like the January window is not really that for me. It's not on Arteta, the actual window. It's to do with the people in the club.
Upstairs, yeah.
Because there's no way, right? Arteta's sitting there going, no, actually, don't get me no players. Don't get me no players. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll be all right. There's no way, mate. There's no way. He wants to win stuff. When people go, I'll challenge where he wants to win stuff. He ain't fucking managing not to win stuff. Do you know what I mean? He wants to be the very best.
Especially he's got to face the press every 2 to 3 days because of press conferences and all that. He's not going to tell the public and the press one thing and then behind the scenes go, actually, lads, I know I throw you under the bus there a bit, but let's not sign anyone. The reason we let Balogun go because the reason we let him go because his confidence got too ahead of himself, and his agent got in his head way too.
There's a bit of arrogance there, weren't there?
Yeah.
If
you tackle that one,
if Sterling just played that ball, he probably takes
if
that.
Sterling was a bit quicker, mate, he might get brought down there.
Not only that, but I think if he played the ball, knowing that the defender got there first, he probably could stay on the ball and take a decent shot. He just gave up on it and forgot that maybe if I get that, because he's trying to clear the ball, right? The defender. If Sterling's anticipates that, he gets that ball, he's right there in front of the goalkeeper, rocketing it at him.
We need one set piece, mate. Shit house, a 1-0 win and get out of here, mate.
Gabriel can't get to that one.
Where is Charlie Patino at the moment, by the way?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
He's disappeared.
But again, there's another one. The talent was there. We all know the talent was there, but his agent and the people beyond the scenes got in his head. He's like Balogun. It's like demanding stupid money.
Yeah.
Just wonder. I don't know.
Expected to play first team football week in, week out.
And going where he puts it in low.
I want one of you to fucking just roar, mate.
So do we.
Every time I'm on a delay, we never seem to fucking score goals. I've noticed this as well.
Oh dear.
I think the last time it fucking happened was probably Luton.
Wow.
But yeah,
Colonel, I don't want to wait that long.
Colonel, you cannot put Blackpool being relegated on Charlie Patino, who at the time was 16. That's his first senior season in general.
I'm fucking bored,
The
guys.
fans loved him anyway over at Blackpool. Just that his fucking agent got in his head and went, no, you should be coming back to Arsenal and doing your bit now and playing first team football and demanding this sort of money. And he got in his head.
Yeah.
Salah
man.
D's gone, yeah. He's not gone, but he's not. But under 21 this, oh, yeah.
He's gonna have to change it up soon. He's gonna have to change it up.
10 minutes in right now.
Yeah, that's 10 minutes is enough for me, mate. 15 at the very most, mate. Like, I want a goal, mate. And as I said, I'll continue saying, if I want a goal, mate, I'm going to at least bring Calaborium because I know he can get into positions. And he's done it against Wolves. I need someone who's stepped up before.
That's not Sterling.
Whether he steps up today is a different thing, but.
Well, this might be a time. I think, is that Sterling on the ground?
No, it's Timber.
Oh, it's Timber on the ground. No, I don't want that. He just ran through him, man, basically. Wow.
Arteta's going to say the owners are the best, mate. He ain't fucking giving me his money each week.
15 mil just sounds ridiculous for what he hasn't done. I mean,
Rudy, you're saying this. Laka wasn't doing it for us. That's the reason why we didn't extend his contract. He wasn't doing it when we needed him to.
Yeah.
In his final season, he scored 1 goal in all comps, and that's against Wimbledon in the penalty spot.
The problem is,
even the captain of the seat was agreeing with me.
We know, right, how important the forward line is for us because we sat there with the lights of Laka, didn't we? Do you know what I mean? We weren't scoring the goals and we just weren't scoring. But we're actually in a much worse situation now. If we're being told, right this moment in time, we're in a really bad situation.
Yeah.
You can't look at our back line of Saliba and Gabriel and then look at our front line and go Saka and who else?
You're not even going to get them fucking back till at least April, are you?
Probably outside the international break, yeah.
Have we actually had a shot on target? I don't think we have we?
It's been that bad today. I don't remember. I can check.
They are gonna use all their yellow cards, man. Try and see if they can frustrate us. Arteta's just gonna sit there and wait until it's too late to make a sub.
But the centre midfielder not even doing much, are they? Let's be honest.
Yeah, ball into Partey. Come on, Partey, find somebody. Here we go. And Weary, he's got 3 players looking at him. Gets into the box. Oh, come on! Oh, you should let that go earlier. But anyways, here we go. Sterling is not going to do much for us. Skelly, here we go. Nice. Oh, that was a nice thought there. A little too ambitious, but ball's out. All right. Nah, come on. Give Nweri somebody else to play with, please. Man's going to try and do everything he can by himself, right? I can see Nweri getting pulled because they're going to say he's got too much tread on the tires, you know what I mean? Because everybody else is doing nothing. They look like they're rested. Partey ball in. Come on, Sterling, get on the end of this. Come on, into the box and make something happen.
Good ball, that.
Come on, I want Gabriel to take that shot just because nobody else is. Erdegaard takes a shot, but
even that ball, mate, he's put him into fucking trouble nearly there.
Yeah.
Let's go. Erdegaard balls into Sterling. Sterling, you got to get there 50-50. Come on. All right, there you go. I like it. At least there's some attempt. All right.
Look, we're getting a bit of pressure, but the problem is, mate, we need to score right now.
Yeah.
We need to score. Problem is, like, we're going to score 1 goal. If we score 1 goal, mate, we're going to go really negative.
Oh, let's get the goal first, and then let's see how we do.
Well, yeah.
I want to see us play with that goal lead. Then keep thinking about it. Let's just go get the goal lead first, and then we'll see what Arteta does. Here comes the ball in, a low one. They head it out, right? Yeah. They head it out. Come on.
Anyway.
No, we got a head on that. That was.
Just have a look. Replay. No, it's
clearly on the blue team. How in the world?
Yeah, I gotta say, yeah, because the way they were walking away from the goal, I was like, what?
There we go. Get try number 2. Come on, Rice. Get
Come
this
on,
ball
Dex,
up in the
one
air,
fucking
man.
delivery, mate. Give me one delivery. Give
Let's
me
put this
fucking
ball up
one
in the
delivery,
air.
mate.
It's another low one. What is going on?
I want to hear these
They've got
fucking
free kick.
more.
Of course they have.
Well, we've been putting this ball up in the air. Now this one, we're just putting these low
Oh, mate,
stingers in.
mate, honestly, fucking hell.
This is a team, by the way, that is in the relegation, but they are going down, like it or not.
Well, yeah, but we can't even fucking beat them at the moment.
No.
Oh, Tedder, come on, dude. You have to. Somebody should be off the bench already.
No, what he's going to do, I can tell you're not going to like what I'm going to say, but he's going to always.
He's waiting. He's waiting for something negative to happen to make a change.
What is in terms of subs? All he's going to do is going to bring on the defenders. He'll bring on Jorginho. He'll bring on Tierney, maybe Kivior, Ricardo. He'll bring on Zinchenko. That's what he'll do. He won't bring on the kid, the only attacking option we have. And what does that tell you?
Go Partey, ball in. Come on, Erdegaard, find him.
Quicker,
Get the ball in and Wary. Put your foot through it.
Oh my god!
Very nice, very nice. Just keep doing that.
Better,
I'm telling you, that was a nice play there with Erdegaard and Wary. I'm telling you, he'll keep that ball down the next time he takes that shot. Very nice. He splits the defense. Oh, he gets his 2 defenders on him. Says nope, cut back. Goal. Oh man, come on!
Look how much space there was there, though.
Oh, just I think does it hit the crossbar?
No,
yeah, it does. Kisses it.
I think it does hit the crossbar.
Oh, you might be right there, mate.
Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't. It was close. It was close. Yeah, it just flew up a little bit when it got. It looked like it bounced out, but it just.
It clips the top, mate.
It does.
The bar.
It does.
Oh, it does.
We've seen close-ups. I'm telling you.
All right. Come on, Timber. Let's go. Come on, Timber. Ball is in. Oh, you can't lose the ball there. No foul. Are you kidding me? He has his hands all around him. Come on.
Yeah, exactly, Pete. If we're going to score, it'll be through Ethan, basically, if we do at this rate. Because no one else seems to want to step up.
Come on.
I'm fucking. Oh, mate, I can't see us scoring, mate. I just can't see us scoring. That's the problem.
This has got either 0-0 with
a corner
or
kick
scruffy
coming from Leicester City here.
Calm yourself down and
Trossard looks like he's gimpy, so I don't know.
Oh, this is fucking shit, mate. Honestly, this is.
He's gonna wait until why is he waiting? Come on, Sterling was just on the ground. Trossard is gimpy, getting back on position. Come on, there's signs there. Come on, here comes a corner for Leicester City. Big looper, and no way you're gonna get anywhere on anything on that. Nothing happened there. Oof, and where he got shook there. Nice. Come on, defense. Nice there from Is that Timber? Yeah.
Well done, Timber.
Here we go. Come on, let's get control. Let's get control of this ball, please. Come on.
One of these players needs a fucking big moment.
Quick.
Come on, can you hold on to this ball? And come on, can we hold on to this ball? Nope, still can't hold on to this ball.
No,
come on, there we go. There you go, Raya. Nice one. Clean it up. Let's go. Show us what's going on, Partey. Come on. And where he's got. No, it's not even Wary. It's there to go out wide. And where he at? Oh my God.
I fucking release it.
There we go. Long ball. And there's nobody there. Who are you passing the ball to? Oh, come on. You can't do. Just wasteful there.
Stop clapping your hands, Mikel, and just get some subs on and actually make the only.
You know what he's doing? He's frustrating his own team. He's playing defense against them. Look, they look like they're struggling. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to let them struggle.
Get Californion.
Change something up here, buddy. This is what the subs are for. You have tons of them. Use them.
Get fucking Californion, mate. I don't know how many more times I've got to say it, mate.
This is worst enemy sometimes.
Only we could have
with this loyalty thing.
86% of the ball here in the last 5 minutes and do nothing with it.
Oh, mate, it's just fucking. Do you know? Oh.
He gets out of it easily. Okay, cool.
There we go. Come
Yeah,
on, come on.
fuck it.
There you go. In the box there, Igor. Get something out of this.
Sake.
Oh, it's a corner coming, right? Corner coming.
What corner or phone? One of the two.
Couldn't see where that ball went out.
That's got to be a corner.
Sorry.
Is that a corner or throwing?
Didn't see the ball go out, so I don't know.
I reckon that went for
They don't show. There's no angle that shows where that ball went.
No, they
And he
didn't show
just
the
brought
lead
ball down.
spot.
That's got to be a.
Got
There we
free kick,
go.
though.
And Wary, right?
Correct,
And
so
Wary
it's
on the
just-
ball. Come on.
Right,
Let,
Gabby, I'll get your head on this. For fuck's sake.
Fucking hell, he's
Dixon
given us
Bennett, get
something.
your head on
He's
it.
actually given us something.
oh gosh.
Mate, this is just
You
fucking
don't want to be depending on a 17-year-old, but that's where we are because we didn't plan right. I'm sorry, we didn't plan right, and I don't mean January. I mean
In
the
general.
last 2-3 years. Erdigo, just score. Just put this ball in the net. I don't care. Worst thing that can happen is it deflects in.
I feel so anxious.
Just score from.
Mm.
When's the last time? He's the last one to score from a free kick, anyways. How about right now? People are calling for Moreno in one of the DMs I'm in. Just anything than just sitting back.
It's one of
doing
you
the same
bastards
thing.
raw, mate. That's all I fucking want. I don't ask for much in life.
Oh,
Just
God.
put the ball
Honestly,
in the net,
I feel fucking
Erdogan.
anxious and sick watching this, mate.
Put
It's
the
just
ball in the
horrible.
net, Erdogan. Just put it in the net. Power it through. Let's go. Let's go. Ball's in the air. High one, and we can't get to the end of it. Oh, come on.
Oh, this is useless.
And Sterling doesn't want to take the shot from there.
But he's got to take the shot from there. Just have a fucking risk, mate. Do you know what I mean? He's got to show some character.
Just.
I can't believe, right? 65 minutes in.
Oh, that was crap.
Sub yet.
Oh, now they're on. Now Vardy's got the ball. Tons of space. They've got the numbers. They've got 4 on 5, and very nice from Partey. Yeah, that Partey, man, I like him. We are getting more out of him than we should have, and we're wasting it. We are wasting Partey. Oh my God, that's not a yellow. No, that's not a yellow. And Raya, you know what? Are you serious? That's not a yellow on Erdogan? What?
Don't be silly.
Has he seriously not given that?
No, didn't give nothing.
I'm sorry.
Play on.
I'm
The shot. Free shot, a goal.
I knew he'd fucking bring Moreno on first.
Told you he's going to go defensive FC. He will not bring that kid on. I say
You'll
kid.
take Sterling off with Trossard.
So then you know what? All you're doing is
Trossard
you're killing Sterling and Trossard for the next game, and that's
Well,
West Ham. It only
Sterling's
gets
best
worse
game.
each game, right? It only gets more intense each game that you play them, and they get
Come
nothing
on.
out of it.
Fucking hell! They're just not alert even, mate. Do you know what I mean?
There we go. Partey. Erdogan, come on. Timber. Give the ball to him. Just give the ball to Wary, please. You see his shirt, give it to him. Erdogan, what are you doing with it?
God.
Goes out wide. Put your foot through it. Sterling gets the ball taken from him.
Get sent off. Please get him off. He's done nothing today.
Helping you, Arteta.
Oh my God, mate! Honestly, no, mate. I'm tired now. I'm tired. Like how's he let it run on for 67 minutes with this shit show, mate? How has he let it go for 67 fucking minutes? 67 minutes, mate.
Moreno's coming on for
Yeah, Sterling's
30.
going off. Thank God for that.
Sterling. Oh, there we go. I told you, Sterling or Trossard, pick one.
What he's doing now, put Trossard, put Moreno in the striking role.
Yeah, but Moreno topping.
Mate,
No.
you've done nothing, mate. You've done nothing to fucking back yourself up today. Look, it says it all, mate, that he's not even getting clapped off the pitch by the fans, mate. This is, mate, do you know what? I thought Willian was bad. Willian was bad, but this is another level.
Oh, no, Willian scored early in the season and then scored late in the season. Remember that? So he at least gave us, like, he bookend that season
he had
with
one
at
of the
least
best
some
debuts
positive.
I've seen, mate. He had one of the best debuts I've seen against Fulham, and that's where it ended. Apart from when he got that free kick.
Do you remember when he scored late in the season, the last game of the season? Arteta puts his hand to his head, and you're like, yeah, he's going, what? Now you're going to score for me? Season's over, mate. Come on. This I like the. At least we're putting pressure on their defense now. And I don't care how many players they got back. Get the ball to Nweri. Come on. There we go. Ball into the box. Nweri, I like him. Come on. He needs help. He needs help. He's all by himself, man. He's all by himself, that young man. Let's get the ball to him.
This is
Very
a big
nice.
20 minutes, mate.
Yeah. This is
Oh,
gonna
that
make
touch,
it.
man. If he just could have just turned on it sooner. Yeah, I like Nweri.
Mate, I don't like what I'm seeing from the players today, though, as well, mate. There's a lot of arms being
down.
thrown up in the air.
Yeah.
You know what? They're frustrated, and I think they're frustrated, and I think it's the
that's
coaching,
what
man.
it is, mate. That's what I don't like, mate.
They're frustrated. I think they're frustrated with the coaching because they're sitting there going, "We need something different to do, and we're just doing the same thing every damn time.
Yeah.
Please help us out, coach." And he's just sitting there going, "No, we got this." It's like, no, we don't got this. This is working. Sterling and Trossard aren't helping us right now.
Well, it's got to the point in it. They're probably frustrated with the club, mate. Like, do you know what I mean? They're frustrated with the club, yeah, right, and just nothing's going right.
20 minutes to go.
Someone just said in a group chat, on WhatsApp, says, how bad is a battle of dead you got to be for Moreno to come on ahead of him as a striker?
Well, he's like I said, mate. Like the geezer was never even heard of, mate. He's 22 years old, mate, and we never would have dreamed that he would have probably been even on the bench, mate.
22-year-old should be out on loan. Should be out like playing good, proper football. There's a cross in there, and Moreno can't get on the end of it. But it looked better than what we saw the whole game. That's probably the most. That's the first time I seen it.
That's what you got to do, mate. That's what you got to do.
Center forward actually looked like he was going to get on the end of it. At least.
That's what you've got to do, mate. That's what you've got to do. But that's what I'm saying, mate. You've got to be creative now with that striking option. Trossard is not that player. I don't even need to see 70 minutes of this game to tell you that.
You know what? When Gabriela Saliba said I can play center forward, Arteta should have just listened to that, because if you can listen to Moreno saying I also can play forward, dude, your best player is playing forward. Why not? We need something to change.
Come on, stop giving the ball away like that, mate. Like, do you know what I mean? I get you want to play quickly, but still at the same time. This is boring, mate.
There's one goal. We want one fucking goal today at this point.
All right, here we go. Come on, Nweri. Get a foot on it. Oof, couldn't get on that.
You're feeling that call there. Fucking hell. I mean, the right call.
Fucking hell. This is shocking.
There we go. Ball out wide. Oh, that was just nuts. He put the ball right between two players and the defenders right there.
It's been awful, mate, I tell you.
Come on. All the 50-50 balls got to be ours. Come on, Partey. There you go.
Oh,
and then he passed it. Oh, my gosh, Partey.
I can't fucking deal with it.
Yeah. There was a terrible turnover right there.
The geezer's fucking slapdash, mate. Like, he has one ball.
That was right there. That was, wow. Wow. That
Do you
was
know
close.
what, mate? Partey's a prick. He's a prick, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like,
if he's looking to take that ball off the pitch, that doesn't happen. But
on
he's
his
not
fucking day, right? He's incredible. On his day, when he's on his day, mate, he's incredible. But he's got this fucking other side to him, yeah, right? Where he's slap fucking dash, yeah, right? Complacent. And that is all that is, mate. It's fucking complacency. Absolute complacency, mate.
Let's clear this corner out of there, guys. Come on. All reds around it. There we go. Wow. Okay.
He's not even playing right back today. He's in midfield, but he's just decided to have a bozo moment again.
Yeah, that was probably the worst thing he's done all day. He hasn't been that bad all day, but that was just at this point in the game, everything's got to be crisp and clean.
Yep.
They're all frustrated, mate. Like I can't see how we score, mate, because they're all frustrated. Their arms are being thrown up in the air and everything. Do you know what I mean? Their arms are thrown up in the air, like they're frustrated.
This has been more promising than that first half. So I know you're saying you don't see where the goals, but we look more likely to score now than we did all for first 45 minutes.
I ain't seen their keeper being fucking tested once, mate.
Yeah.
It couldn't get any worse in the first half, could it? It couldn't get any fucking worse in the first half. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what? If maybe he had a bit of bollocks, yeah, right, and then took players off at half time, yeah, right,
Yep.
then it might be a little bit different. And I'm not saying it will be different, but we knew when he ran out in the second half, mate, with the same team, what was going to happen. Nothing was going to happen. Nothing was going to happen, mate. Still no shots on target. Still no goalkeeper made a save yet. We never change our system, mate. We never change our formation.
Yeah. Yeah. Arteta just sits back and does plan A, and then when plan A doesn't work, he just does plan
There you
A.
go. What did I tell you? Jorginho and Ricardo now.
So they're bringing on.
This guy should have been brought on 25 minutes ago, mate.
Jorginho, Lewis Skelly for Ricardo.
He should have been brought on 25 minutes ago, mate. He's probably the only one who's likely to fucking do something.
Scrappy 1-0 wins, for fuck's sake, if we pull this off.
Honestly.
But I told you the subs he'll make. I told you. He will not bring that other lad on.
Yeah, well, we saw that with Nweri, right? Erdogan goes off injured for 3 months, and he'll find any way not to get him on the pitch. Anyway, and all Nweri has shown since he's been on the pitch is that I can do a job, coach. That's all he's done. Just get me on the pitch.
Gav, at least we're not losing 3-0 to Brighton, eh?
I enjoyed it as much as you enjoyed yesterday.
There we go. Come on, Rice. There we go. Nweri, show some magic. Look at that. A shot. Look at that. You know what? I am so pissed we didn't use him all season because this is what. Come on.
For 2.5 months, we could have had him playing like this.
He's the only one, mate. He's the only one that's going to make anything happen.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing, mate, that we got a 17-year-old leading the fucking way, mate.
You know what? Oh, come on.
But at least we fucking had a shot now, mate. At least we're making their goalkeeper save, you know what I mean?
They didn't save it.
He did.
Well, whatever.
The post, man.
At least we had a fucking decent fucking shot.
He pushed it off, you think?
He pushes it onto the post.
All right.
Go by the replays.
Oh, okay. Come on. Here's the corner. Nice lofty one. And we can't get on the end of that. And
fuck off, Jorginho. Seriously.
Mate. Fuck off to everyone, you know what I mean?
Fuck, we're not playing rugby here.
Any 50-50 calls going against Arsenal, man.
Just like I don't want to say anymore, mate.
No foul. No.
Don't be silly.
He just was on the ground by himself, right? Because no contact or anything.
Come on, mate. Fucking hurry up. Fuck me. Mate, honestly, I just feel fucking... Honestly, I'm getting to the point where I'm getting angry with it now, mate.
Come on. There you go. At least Moreno's making them rush the ball. And very nice. Come on, let's get the ball on. There we go. Come on, Rice. There we go. Come on. And Rice, you got to make a better pass than that. He was open earlier. Held onto that ball.
It's not good enough, Rice. It's not good enough, mate. You had the ball in a good position, mate. Fucking hell. But to be fair, mate, if anything's going to happen now, it's going to go through him.
That wasn't a free kick either. That wasn't a free kick either. Ricardo wins the ball.
No, you know what they did? They called it the same way the other way. Vardy on Timber. He got to the ball first, but he did go through the man. So if we're gonna be consistent, that's as consistent. At least those two calls, they look eerily similar.
Mate, honestly, I just can't believe, right? I can't believe where we've got to, mate. This season, honestly.
Yeah, we'll be Gav, no matter what. Just got to watch that Chelsea losing to Brighton, so yeah, why not? Plus, you got was it Man City, Newcastle at 3. By the way, the 2 richest clubs in the world, you got them playing at 3 o'clock instead of being on. And instead, you've got what's fucking 5:30 Palace versus Everton. Whose bright idea was that? We've got kind of all bases. You got literally the two richest clubs in the world fighting for Champions League football.
This is sham fucking bollock, mate. Honestly.
Well, I've never look at this.
Come on.
Get rid of it.
There we go. Come on. Erdegaard, let's hold on to this thing all the way out. There we go. Timber. Ooh.
Ref, make a call.
Still
Anytime
no call.
now.
He still won't call that. He didn't put his hand up to give advantage or anything. Oh, he did. He just did. All right.
Ow.
Come on.
Hold in.
Just the ball in. Oh, come on. Rice, come on. There we go.
Timber, come on.
Take it.
Somebody.
Nice loft.
Yes!
Yes! Don't tell me.
Our new striker. What do you mean? Don't tell you. Our new striker.
And that is why, right? Fucking just stick him up front, mate. Stick him up front. Stick him up front, mate. At least he's a fucking focal point. At least he can fucking get in there and do an header. He's got to go up front next game now. Yes, come on.
Oh, guess who put this? Guess who put that ball in there?
Waneri.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Ethan, yeah.
Yes, sir.
The kid, mate. He's been levels above our best player today. That Waneri, mate. When he's been given the opportunity.
Oh yes. All right, now Arsenal. Let's kick on. Let's finish this thing off strong. Come on.
Right, from now on, Marino starts up top. Do
you know what, though, mate? Do you know what,
mate?
Hey,
Gabriel, or who is it? Gabriel Saliba said they played striker back in the day.
Their second choice.
Mate, that's a world-class ball.
That is a very nice ball.
Mate.
That's a nice header.
17-year-old.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Very nice ball. There you go. Rice. I like that Rice work after right there, man. That was so cool.
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, Gav.
Apparently, right, the other day, my mates messed me. I put in there, okay, let's just stick Marino up front for now. He's put good goal.
Yes.
But, mate, I'd rather have fucking someone, mate, who's fucking 6 foot right up front.
All right, I'm gonna piss you off. Player of the game, Arteta. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Gav, stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
Offsides? There's no way that's offsides. Who's it offsides on?
He's trying to wind you up.
He was playing onside long. It didn't even offsides. There's nothing offsides about that. Not a chance. That was very nice. And you know what? And where he's probably going, I've been looking for that all game. Every time I look, I don't see anybody. I don't see anything. Very nice.
I know he's midfielder by trade, but you think about it, in the situation we're in, Moreno actually does give us what Havertz will do in terms of aerial ability.
You know what? He actually puts more of a threat on that back line, Moreno does, than Kai Havertz does. Kai Havertz is there, but does he put a threat on the back line? Do they feel threatened by him? I don't feel like they are. So he actually put a threat in, like that ball that he couldn't get on the end of. I don't feel like we see enough of that from Kai Havertz. Come on, let's get that second goal now, because I feel like they're going to try to all. There we go, Erdegaard. Come on, somebody come help him. He needs some support.
It's only now. No one wanted up. They're all holding back now.
Why they? You know what? And I don't like that. We need to get the second goal to finish this thing off.
Basically,
right?
they're trying to hold on to what they've got. Basically.
No. Let's go get the second one. Let's close this thing out right.
That was a perfectly good opportunity to get the second.
And Erdegaard's running by himself 1-on-5, and you're like, come on. Got 7 minutes left in this thing. Under 7.
Mate, you need to just fucking go out and get a second, mate. Give Marino another one, mate. He's my centre forward. He is.
There we go. There's ball in. Oh, it's a little too strong for Calafiori. Oh,
he's not struggling to the end of the season.
Well, mate, at the moment, I've got text evidence for anyone wants to fucking give it to me that I'm fucking jumping on the bandwagon. But he's a focal point, isn't he, mate? You can put a cross into him. You know what I mean? You can mix it up a little
There's
bit.
no foul there. Are you kidding me?
With Trossard, you can't do
He put his
anything.
hand to his head, but there's nothing there. That's Arsenal. That's got to be Arsenal ball, no matter what.
We know Moreno's starting up front against West Ham now, anyway.
Yeah. Well, you'd think so, anyway. Am I staying on for Man City versus Newcastle? No, I've got a few bits to do off air. Early dinner and all that. Otherwise, I would. But yeah, I've got other bits and pieces to do. I don't even run out headless chicken at the 11th hour, so to speak. But I'll be covering it either way, no matter what happens in that game. Obviously, I'm doing match of the day later on tonight. Yeah. So
we got lucky there on that cross. It was just Timber and two players that were very, very that had him beat. That cross a little bit lower, we're in trouble. All right, there we go. To go out to Timber. There we go. Timber. Oh, he gets brought down. No foul. He's just not going to call that, is he? He's just going to sit there and watch that over and over again and go, no.
How's he not giving that, mate? Like, there's no reason for Timber to go down, mate.
Oh, no, he's going to give a yellow for that, for a cynical foul. Are you kidding me?
They go down the same way, and it's a free kick and a booking.
He does have to book him for that.
I'm saying it's the exact same thing, pretty much.
He's pulling him down.
Oh, yeah, mate. Mate, it's disgraceful, mate. Look.
The exact same thing. It's the exact same thing. Effectively. But no, one's a free kick.
It's just criminally. It's just fucking cynically a little bit worse, isn't it? Because it's his feet.
Yeah.
No, I mean we had
to
do that.
Send him off for that. To be fair,
that's Mark Oliver's trade, sending people off. And then,
he's like, mate, he fucking kicked off again with him, though, didn't it?
Yeah, what a surprise!
Yeah.
All the Liverpool fans, he's a disgrace. The referees are trying to stop us winning the league.
I'll tell you one thing, though, mate. We can't go to Nottingham Forest and play like this.
No.
Well, you know what? We got another game to get prepared for that. So let's just try to improve game to game until we figure this thing out. We need to figure out who our starting front line is.
Yeah, for God's sake, come on.
He's not going to call anything when an Arsenal play goes to the ground.
Nothing, That's making it harder for us here.
We're not getting any benefit of the doubt that they are fouling us. None. Come on. Nice defense there, Degor. Let's hold on to this thing. Let's hold on to this thing. Nice ball up there. You got space and time. Come on, let's go. Get on side. There we go. Ball out wide. There you go.
Go on, Trossard.
Hold on to this thing. You need some support. Nice cross.
He's on a hat trick, boy.
I tell you what, Gavin, boy. I tell you what, Gav. Watch my face right now.
That is amazing.
Go back. Go on. Sorry.
That is amazing.
Go on. Go back.
That build up. I'm like, where's he going with that ball?
Have some of that, Gav.
Trossard puts the ball in, and they decide to leave our fullback alone on the back corner, and he just taps it home.
That's my striker.
That's our striker. There you go. 23. That's our Michael Jordan, man. That's Michael Jordan. It was a blue day. He came off the bench.
I'll tell you something else. That is what Trossard's there for. That is what I was saying to you. Get him on the left, mate, and he'll do something. He can't play fucking up top.
Yeah. But you know what? Also, that's your striker getting in a position that cross is there, and he's there to meet it. There you go. I'm telling you, Mikel Arteta is the player of the game.
Hey, mate, he's falling on his fucking feet, mate. He's falling on his fucking feet here, mate. But you know what, right? He's a lucky man, mate. He's a lucky man.
You know what? He fails up all the damn time. Because think about it. Gabriel doesn't play if Luis isn't injured. And since Gabriel has played, all he's done is just perform. Right? So he's been failing up a little bit. Lucky breaks, as some people call it. There we go. Moreno with 2 goals as a striker for Arsenal. All right. There you go. That's what we spent all that money on him for. First career brace. And we're sending the Leicester City fans home. Arsenal will be cheering the night away here, or the afternoon away here.
Okay now?
And Tierney's coming on. Oh, you know what's going to happen now? Tierney needs to get an assist.
Tierney fun.
He'll take Trossard off now, won't he?
Yeah, he did.
We have somehow I don't know, mate, how we won this game. I didn't see us scoring, mate. But then, do you know what? Stuck the big man.
I'm telling you, Mikel, player of the game. Can he take? Does Mikel actually take player of the game away from Nweri?
Well, mate, this could be fucking big, mate. This could be big for him, mate, Marino, for now to the end of the season.
Also, this guy, obviously, I know they've got Wolves at home tomorrow, but this might dishearten Liverpool in a sense, because they've got Villa in midweek. This might, I've actually got a fight, not going to be giving it on the plate, even with their injuries. They are fighting.
It's going to be Arsenal tunes all the way through the rest of this game. Well, we said it all along, right? Something has to change, Arteta. Something has to change, please. And he made a change. No, did anybody see Moreno coming on as a striker?
Marino again, Marino again, Marino again. Ole, ole. That's what I'd be singing, mate.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that would be his song, should it? Fuck Trossard, the elf, mate. Give it to Marino. But mate, you like at the moment, mate. That's what you got to do. You got to leave Trossard on the left, mate. He's naturally the only player who can play out there. And like now, we've landed on our feet with Marino. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's a long-term answer, I don't know. But mate, 2 goals in 20 minutes.
No,
Rice, come on, please walk it off. Walk it off. He's trying to walk it off.
He's trying to, but yeah, this has got to be muscle, isn't it? It's probably cramp.
You know what? We got 3 minutes to go. We should be able to take him out if we need to.
We've got no game midweek, so yeah. I'm sorry, Declan, but it is what it is.
Yeah, there's no reason to. There's no reason to like we've pulled players off for worse. Sorry, for lease. So it's all right to take him off now. We're up 2-0, or I got extra time to go.
Like Pinky says in chat, no Havertz, no problem. Well, for most of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny is Arsenal wins 2-0, right? Everybody goes, oh, they expected it. But because Arsenal won 2-0 and it didn't happen until we brought on our fullback, right? People are going to say, we get the, it was 70 minutes of dross, right? As opposed to we won 2-0 when everybody thought we would struggle, right?
Yeah. But as I was about to say, it does prove, though, that we do need that vote. If we get someone up Mourinho's a vocal point, give it. There you go. Bye-bye, Leicester fans.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I'm saying, though, mate. Do you know what I mean? That's why I wanted players like Moreno and Calafiori to come on, because Calafiori, for me, has got previous where he's bailed us out of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, Skelly's an unbelievable player, yeah, right? But Calafiori's proven that he can do it at a big time for me. But Moreno, like you said, yeah, right, is a focal point, mate. Like, you can put a cross into a box and he can score a header, you know what I mean? Like, Trossard's not going to give you that. But what Trossard is going to give you, then that's why I said, like, I didn't want him actually taken off and it had to be Sterling, is that Trossard can do what he can do on the left, you know what I mean? And he can distribute the ball into Marino. Or he can distribute the ball
with a nice shot there on goal. But make a save.
It shouldn't have taken 70 minutes, mate, to make that change. Like, it shouldn't have taken 70. Like, I honestly thought I'd get better out of Sterling today. Like, Sterling, let's be honest, mate, it's not going to happen for him here, mate. It's not going to happen, sadly. Like, I'm glad, yeah, right, that Marino's come on and made an impact, because you know what? It's made it a lot more calmer now going into the West Ham game. We know how we're going to go. We know we're going to stick Marino up top. We know we're going to play one area on the right, who's been absolutely fabulous. And Gary, you're spot on, mate, about him. And Trossard will play on the left. I'm comfortable with that. But I'm never comfortable with Trossard playing centre forward, Sterling playing left wing. Sorry, I'm not comfortable with that whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable now. I'm comfortable going into that West Ham game, mate.
Because we've seen a new plan being put in place and it works.
And this might be harsh, mate. This might be really harsh, what I'm going to say. Skelly might have to come out the game team for a couple of games, especially like
Forest what? We never should have to depend on on Skelly and Nweri anyways this season. So how about it? Right? And Nweri's coming off.
As I say this, Ethan Wanya has been given player of the match.
No
surprise. I mean, for 70, actually for 80 minutes,
for the whole game.
When Moreno came on, he's the one that got the assist. So for most of the game, he's been the only threat we had on the attack, and then he seals it with an assist and gets to go off with some claps. So yeah, now Moreno came on and done well, but he's going to have to give us a start before he gets player of the match.
Like, that's how special one area's performance is still, mate. Because really, any other game, yeah, right? Moreno would have been given man of the match for that, because for 70 minutes, mate,
Yeah.
there was nothing happening, and he scored 2 goals for us. But it just shows you, right, what Waneri was actually doing in the game, and he was actually leading from the front to push us forward. Like, let's be honest, before that world-class delivery, he's hit 2 incredible strikes.
Let's seal this thing, Erdegaard. Let's seal this thing. Come on. Cross it. Oh, come on. Oh, what a poor touch there.
Need to run onto that.
Oh, that was a poor touch there from. Oh, well, the whistle's going to blow anyways.
Yeah, full-time. Rice trying to be a bit clever there.
We could have got a 3-0 win there right at the death. But
mate, I'm happy with fucking 2, mate. Blow the whistle. I'm happy with 2-0, mate. Fuck me, boys. I thought we was going to have a shit night tonight.
No, this is a good way to end this thing. Ay. What? Leicester has not scored in 5 straight home matches, and Rice. You know what? Rice is ready. Rice didn't want to take that shot. Why does he not want to take that shot? They showed the replay of that. If Rice takes that shot, he scores.
But yeah, Gav, you wish we were buying for 30 million. We ain't spending 30 million on that.
Gav, where is he? Is he gone?
What's that?
Is Gav still in?
He's still in there. He's talking a minute ago about you'll still end up buying Sterling for 30 mil.
Mate, Jesus, mate. Sterling's not going to be in the Premier League next year.
No.
Or, mate, you're going to have trouble getting rid of him, to be fair.
Unless Saudi come in or MLS, yeah. Unless a club with money offers big money to him, he ain't going nowhere. Good luck. That's your problem, not ours, come May. Oh dear, but no, got the 2-0 win in the end. 2 late goals from our brand new solid striker that we signed in January, guys. Moreno.
You know what? That's probably why they didn't. That's why they didn't sign his striker, because they had Moreno getting all primed and ready, and they just didn't know how to introduce him to the squad. And they had an opening in the second half of this match, and they said, "All right, it's time. Release Moreno."
Mate, I'm really pleased that Moreno's come on, done what he's done, mate. Honestly, it's
well, you know what? He needed to show why they brought him in somehow, some way. And if this is the way, I'm taking it.
And do you know what? Shall I tell you another big thing about that, Gal? I'll tell you another big thing about him starting for us, yeah? He's actually defending set pieces and that. We won't miss Havertz as well as much, because he's actually same physique, same size. Actually, a midfielder, so he probably defends better.
He's supposed to be one of the best aerial dual defenders in the world, right? So there you go. Like he showed with that header, you put the ball in the right place, it's going in.
All I'd say is, right? All I would say is that basically, apart from I've been anxious all game, I've been angry all game, and I'm actually a bit more calmed down now. But what I will say is that, and I think what we were saying, Gal, about Skelly, like, you're right, he shouldn't be relied on as how much he is. But I think there's going to be games, right, where we're going to need people that can step up a little bit and a bit of experience. And Calavori's more likely to score a goal at times. And I think a game like Nottingham Forest, I think I would play Calavori at left back in that game away from home. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't want to be Arsenal.
We have so much depth. We have so much depth on that back line, or on the fullback position. Essentially, there's no reason why we can't have fresh legs out there on a regular basis. I know we're playing 1 game a week, but when we get into the Champions League, we're going to need it anyways, right? So, and like I said, Skelly shouldn't have to play as many minutes anyway. So Calafiori comes in. They're both coming in, at least Premier League wise, with a similar experience. So, yeah, we should be able to rotate. Ben White's coming back. We didn't even have to use Ben White today, right? So he's on the bench. We know he's ready to go, right? West Ham, we'll probably see him in preparation for what's coming up. But yeah, no, this defensively we look solid. Nweri was great the entire game, and Moreno basically was that elixir to get us see this thing out. I had a 2-0 win with Nweri with Brace and Sterling and Trossard with the assist, but I got it all wrong. Just Trossard with 1 assist, and Nweri with an assist, and Moreno with the brace. Nobody. That's not on anybody's ticket. Betting slip, right? Moreno with a brace.
Can we just concentrate on one area though? Fuck me, mate.
Yeah.
Like that, a 17-year-old delivering that kind of ball at that kind of moment. And that's what I'm saying. We, like, when Saka comes back, don't get me wrong, but it's the actual only position that we haven't got to rush back is Saka, because Waneri is so good, mate. He's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
The problem you have with that is you're like, well, can we just put Saka and Wary on the other side, and then we got.
Well, that's the problem,
then
mate.
we
That's
got
what's
the-
going to happen, mate. Is that we're going to start thinking who we're going to play on the left, Saka or Waneri. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what we would end up thinking. Which
And you
one?
know what?
To
You
be
need
honest,
to be able. We should be able to do that. And and then if Moreno is going to continue to perform like this, he doesn't even have to perform like this every game, but he's going to put pressure on the back line anyways.
mate, I would love it, right, if we
yeah,
could get to a situation where we could play Saka and Waneri on either side. That would be fucking unbelievable. Do you know what I mean?
This was for anybody who doesn't think this is a good game for Arsenal. We gave ourselves chances in the first half. We couldn't finish. We had to find an answer, and we found an answer. Right? Arteta usually doesn't find answers. Sometimes we got the answer. And
I was just listening to Mikel Moreno I was doing an interview on the pitch because he scored the goals, won the game, and all that. And literally, obviously, because obviously the habits thing, it was literally last minute dropped to him on Thursday as they've arrived back that can you train as a centre forward for us, see how things go, sort of thing, and test the waters, just train and see how we go. And that was basically that, and that's last minute plan. And obviously, he's come on, first time he's ever played striker in his entire career. He's only scored one other brace before, and that was obviously as a midfielder. But it shows that again we knew it was last minute from our point of view, from our fans, but for him to be thrown in 48 hours before a game. Oh, by the way, we want Mikel, the manager, wants you to play striker. We're going to train. We'll train for the next couple of days, see how things go, and if you do play one way you're starting or coming on, you've got to be playing up front. And he's talked to it instead of complaining, going and doing an Ainsley Maitland-Niles from years ago. I want to play here. He's got on with it.
Yeah, you know what? The thing that I think we all seen it from our center forwards is how often they are in the midfield supporting. And if Moreno's a midfielder by trade, anyways, he's going to be comfortable doing that. And if he's able to get, I don't know about the stamina in a 90-minute game if he's going to be able to be up there on top. Also, putting pressure on a back line, and he only did it for 20 minutes. Can he do it for 70 minutes? I'm not sure, but this was good way to start.
Well, today, you've got West Ham. Was it next Sunday, the West Ham game?
Mm-hmm.
I know at home because Liam's. I don't know. Let's have a look.
What's that?
West Ham. We're at home next week, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm not at the game.
No, I'm just having a look now. What day?
I doubt I'll be able to get on though either. I've got the boys on next Saturday.
3 o'clock kickoff. So it's a 3 o'clock kickoff. He's got 7 days training wise, 6 days training.
Look, the thing is, as I said, like you can put a ball into a box, right, and he's gonna kind of score. He can get in some positions, isn't he? Like Trossard, for love or money, right, is not that player. I've watched it time after time after time, mate. When it live at games on TV. He can't play that position, mate. He just can't play it. He's not that player. Just keep him on the left, Trossard, and you've got to find the internal solution. At the moment, he's brought Marino on, and he's scored the 2 goals. He's not the long-term solution. Don't get me wrong, but do you know what? What happens next week if he goes and scores again, like another goal or another 2 goals? You know what I mean?
That's the thing. It's now game management with Arteta. He's got to get it in terms of you're starting him or not. And if he's not going to start, who's he putting up there? But
I don't think he's got any solution but to start him now, mate.
It's a game by game management. How long he's going to play him in every game up top before he brings him off and things like that, or brings him on.
I'm not brought into the Butler geezer either. I'm not brought into it. It whatsoever. Like this guy wouldn't even be sitting on the fucking bench if Arteta.
Well, yeah, and Arteta would have seen him for at least 4 or 5 years, anyways, to know whether or not he's going to be an answer. And Arteta usually shows you with his actions whether or not a player is going to work, anyways, right?
And you can't play one area because he's so good on the right.
Yeah.
Until we get Saka and Martinelli back, especially Saka.
Mm-hmm.
Well, does Martinelli end up top now, mate? Does Martinelli? Oh, I don't know, mate. The thing is, right, I don't want to see Martinelli up there either, if I'm being totally honest. But
what I'm saying is, until we get him back, we know certain players are playing certain positions until.
Yeah.
So we know Saka gets back, Ethan will probably go out on the left-hand side, and you've got Saka, Ethan, assuming Ethan's form continues the way he's going, and then you go have Moreno or another up top. It won't be Trossard because, as you see, it doesn't work. And Trossard to go to the bench and have to be the impact sub from the bench.
Well, and you know what? Like maybe Martinelli. You know, we talked about Martinelli playing that center forward. Maybe that is the way to go as well, because he is a forward by trade, and he has been. He's been a forward by what he does by where he was positioned on the pitch. But we have said that, you know, Arteta has said in the past that he has trained there. So if Moreno, who hasn't played as a striker since probably what he's in his diapers essentially, and Martinelli has actually played there for Arsenal. You know, Martinelli's healthy, and you need a strong front three. Martinelli in the middle, and Trossard is shown, as you said, from the left. Yeah. Yeah, so Mr. Tom is saying we will be in 25 minutes. The road trip will be on in 25 minutes, folks. We'll be talking about this and all the other games going on.
Busy man, stay you are, Gal, mate. I'll give you that much.
Yeah.
busy boy.
Yeah. Nah. It's a good way to start the day for sure. But you know, I probably will let you guys go for a little bit so I can get myself ready for the. Next show. Thanks for having me on, Liam. Good seeing you.
And you, mate.
All right, everybody in the chat, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys late. And I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, cheers, Gary.
Yeah,
mate. Do you know what? The problem is we need to get everyone scoring goals. We need to start chipping in all over the pitch now. Like, we need one area to score. One area will score goals, mate. What I've just seen today, one area is going to score goals. I'm not worried about that.
We've been lucky today. One hit the crossbar, one got pushed onto the post.
Exactly. Trossard, we need him to chip in with goals. But Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard, we need them to start chipping in, hopefully starting from next week. Mate, I tell you what, I think Forest is the big game, mate. If we can beat West Ham and then go and beat Forest, that would be a big statement.
Suddenly now we're looking at that Forest game. If again we're more likely to start Moreno up top for that Forest game, that gives again it's a vocal point against Forest as well. Instead of them just having Wood against us and we having nothing, there's something there.
I think he's got to work out how he plays Moreno up front, though. Do you know what I mean? Because don't get me wrong, what he's done in 20 minutes is brilliant, and I think it's the most obvious answer out of anything because he's a midfielder. So like with a midfielder, you know that it can play either way, like either defence or attack. But I think he's got to work out how he plays him up front. Do you know what I mean? Because it's going to be a totally different role for Mikel Merino to play 90 minutes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, so
again, that goes back to my thing about game management. With Arteta, he needs to know when to bring off Moreno. Next week,
bring on though, mate. That's the problem still, isn't it? Like if you take Moreno off for whatever reason, who should bring on? Like there's no way you can put Trossard up there. There's no way you could put Sterling up there. Like in that first half, mate, both of them were 0 out of 10s for me. Like, do you know what I mean? But like my saving grace for Trossard, as I said, he can play on the wing. He's a left winger. Let him do that because he can arrive in late. He can get a goal. Like Trossard's good to get a goal. Do you know what I mean? Out of anyone, if there's half a chance, you'd rather it falls to Trossard. Well, probably one area now for being totally honest, but back in the time, like Trossard's that kind of guy, isn't he? That if you're looking for a goal, he can potentially give you a goal, but he's not going to give you that from centre forward. But he will give you that from the left wing. He will give you that. Sterling's not giving you nothing, mate. Sterling's finished. Like that performance is only going to make it worse for him. And I don't even think the majority of the crowd will clapping him, mate.
No.
That says something about our away support, because our away support is unbelievable, I think. But they weren't, mate. Like he should, like, do you know what I mean? He just can't play, mate. Like to the point where I'd rather play Kieran Tierney left wing. I'd rather play Kieran Tierney left wing than Raheem Sterling. After seeing that today, and I put my neck out there stupidly today, and I goes, oh, do you know what? I reckon he might get us a goal. He might be hungry for it. It might be the lift he needs, but mate, I think he's fallen out the glove of the game. I think that Chelsea move is absolutely finished.
The way that's dealt with in terms of that their end of it is a skill that he's
finished his career, mate, whatsoever. And you sit there and you think, where does he go from here? Honestly, I know it was critical what I said about him earlier on, but Southampton wouldn't even take him at the moment, and they're rock bottom of the league. There's no way Southampton would have Sterling in their team.
No. This is what I'm saying in terms of what Gav said, a bit of tongue-in-cheek earlier about the end of the game. But this is what I'm saying. They've got a problem in their hands now, Chelsea, because they've got to get rid of him. Unless a Saudi club or
Well, yeah, it's funny this year.
I don't see him going because he won't go for money. Unless there's a big money offer, he won't go now.
Well, let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. Sterling potentially could go Saudi Arabia because it's just about the name, isn't it? It's not really about the player, is it? Like, don't get me wrong. To a certain point, they want the top players, but Sterling going over there will be about the name. So the best they can hope for is either Sterling either goes there or goes to America, because mate, he's finished in the Premier League, mate. I don't hate Sterling whatsoever. Like,
it's just what it is.
I've never really minded him as a player, even when he was at Man City, Liverpool. Like, I thought he was like a good player when he was younger and all that. But that Chelsea move's absolutely killed his career. I think he's just fallen out of love with the game, and I think he's lost so much confidence. And the problem is at Arsenal, like, we need to go to the next step now. We need to win leagues. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've competed for the title for the last 2 years. We need to go further in the Champions League, and we can't afford to have passengers. Like, this team cannot afford to have passengers. Do you know what I mean? And at the moment, I'm sorry to say, Raheem Sterling is a massive passenger. He's a massive passenger, and today's performance just shown that. Like, you can move Trossard, and he'll have an effect on the game. You can't. Where are you going to move Sterling to? We're going to move him left to the right. That ain't going to do nothing. But Waneri's our man, mate. Waneri is our man. Waneri is the, like, honestly, I'll go out on a limb and say, right, he's the best thing that I've seen come out of Howe End, and I can't believe I'm saying that, because this guy's 17, mate. Saka was doing things at 17, or he was just getting into this team at 17. He weren't doing what this kid's doing. He weren't doing it.
Even Ashley Cole, when he came through all the years.
Ashley Cole weren't doing it, mate. He was playing fucking left. He was playing left wing, weren't he, for our Crystal Palace? So he wasn't even a left back at the time.
No.
He wasn't even a left back at the time. Jack Wilshere was probably the most confident thing that I've seen come out. But like, I think even Jack Wilshere would probably say, this kid's got it all, mate. Do you know what I mean? This kid's got it all. This kid has got it all, mate. Honestly, this kid, as long as he stays injury free and as long as he stays grounded, the world is at his feet, mate. Look at his stats compared to Lamau. Like Lamau, I think like the best youngster in the world at the moment, right? Yeah. Right there, his actual stats, right, stand up so much higher than what his ones do.
Yeah. But obviously, he's got to keep himself level. Right people around, not just obviously the agents, but his family, friends, off the pitch, on the pitch, teammates have got to keep him grounded. Like he's saying, just
that's a big 3 points today, mate, because that team was ready to implode today. In my vision, they were losing their heads. That I've never seen the arms go up as much as they go. They were so frustrated, and it all stems from the club and what the transfer window done and what's happened with Havertz and Martinelli. Like, yet again, I'm not going to go in on all the players, mate, because I don't, like, as I said at Newcastle, I don't believe this is really on the core players whatsoever. I believe it's to do with the club and not supporting what we needed and what the players needed to get them through January. And in my eyes, right, it makes me sick. The club had looked at the 30th of January and thought, you know what, we've got over that shit part. As it goes, right, we're not going to be playing that many games in February and March. So I said, you know what we'll do? We just won't bother buying anyone. We've got through January.
Yeah.
And that's what the club thought. But that mate, you can't be telling me that's what Mikel Arteta wanted. There's no way, right? Mikel Arteta wanted no one to come in. There's no way that was on Mikel Arteta in terms of the January window. He wanted players. He wanted I reckon he wanted at least 2-3 players to come in. He would definitely wanted 2-3 players to come in, mate. Like, that's down to the club, mate. And we need, like, it frustrates me, mate, that even after 5-6 years, mate, we're looking for another director of football. How many more do we need? As I said, Casidas, Edu. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Rolsonelli. Like, we're going through them all the time. We need someone to come in who's going to be in for the next 5 to 10 years. We need to be stable. The club needs to be stable from the top down.
Yeah, I mean, Raul, Ivan Casidas was crap. He couldn't do his job. He had years.
Well, he to be fair, though, right? He was shit. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. But let's be honest. Arsene Wenger definitely was strung up to dry, weren't he? Like, he wasn't given if Arsene Wenger was given the resources that we've been given the last few years, do you know what I mean? It'd been
no. But Raul was dodgy. Well, allegedly dodgy with the Pepe deal and others. Apparently, that's what came out with the Tim Lewis side of that.
They recruited him, didn't they, mate? They recruited him.
I know. from Barcelona of all clubs as well, ironically. Look where they are now as a club. And Edu, it's just timing. It's a poor timing really, because obviously Edu's come in. He was again, like I said, starting off his career. He got a bit of experience with the Brazil side of things in that role, but about a year and a half, I think it was. So he's still getting his feet wet and all that. And obviously Arteta's come in, first job, but it's just, like you said you guys said in the stream, you need an experienced director of football to help a manager out in Arteta's situation, because this is his first job. You need that experienced head to be, like Wenger had with David Dean. You need that experienced man that knows what he's doing but will go out and do the job that you ask him to do. And with all due respect to Edu, it just wasn't. The balance wasn't there. Yeah, they're ex-Arsenal players and all that. They've got their memories, but it wasn't clicking clearly, and it is what it is. But in terms of it, I think he does. Obviously, he's born and raised in England, so I think he plays under 21s. But either way, I think he'll have the option of playing if he gets called up and plays for England for under Tuchel. Tuchel will be mental not selecting him.
Well, I think he meant Skelly, mate.
Yeah.
As I said, I think we need to rotate Skelly a little bit. And that's nothing against Skelly, but I think we need to work out what games that we actually do need Calafiori to play. And I think the Forest away game for me,
rotate properly there.
Yeah, because I just think at this moment, with Skelly, he's an incredible talent. But we don't want to overplay him. But we need to remember, what Calafiori has brought to the fold as well. And there's going to be games, where you're going to need someone to score a goal. And I just think Calafiori's got that little bit more edge that he could potentially give you that in games. But honestly, I just think us moving forward, there's going to be games like this all the time, mate. There's going to be games like this all the time, and we are going to get frustrated at times because what's happened in January. But the only way we're going to compete for the title for me is if obviously we start getting Odegaard and Declan Rice and chipping in with goals, mate, because you can't continue to rely on Moreno. That's because he's bailed us out today, and he's going to start next Saturday, and I'm happy about that, and I'm more comfortable about that because you're playing Trossard back out on the left, you're playing one area on the right, but you need Odegaard to score goals, mate. You need Declan Rice to score goals. Partey's been kind of chipping in when he's had in the season. But these two definitely is now the time for them to step up and get their shooting boots on. They do need to get their shooting boots on, mate.
Yeah, 100%. And I think on that note, we need to get ourselves out. We obviously got the boys and all that. Look, going chill now, relax, enjoy the rest of your Saturday, do some more crafts and whatever you need to do.
I'm going for a curry tonight, so with Sarah. So I think she'll be a bit more happy now that we won the game.
A bit more relaxed one tonight then.
Otherwise, I think she was sitting there thinking, for fuck's sake, got to deal with that miserable bastard tonight.
Oh, God. Well,
I would have been a miserable bastard, man. We didn't beat Leicester City.
Yeah. No, well, I hope you enjoy your night anyway.
Saying that, though, mate, saying that about Skelly, he made that vital fucking interception at 0-0, mate.
Yeah. Just the ball coming across the goal, yeah.
Fucking legend, mate. Legend.
But don't tell Jamie Carragher that he'll attack him for no reason.
Oh, mate, let him fucking hate our youngsters, mate. Mate, I said the other day, can you imagine if these two didn't break through this season? Where would we be?
We'd be buggered. Everything that's gone wrong with us this season, we'd buggered.
We've actually landed on an absolute fucking minefield with these two players. Do you know what I mean? Absolute minefield. Right? Don't get me wrong. Next year's going to be totally different. I believe in the summer we're going to do what we need to do finally because we have to. But these two, mate. These two are here to stay for the next, hopefully, fingers crossed, for the next 10 years.
Touch wood and all that, yeah. No, but 100%. And this is another thing. Since he's been given the management job of the academy in general, per Mertesacker, since he's become retired and gone into the management of the entire academy, the amount of players we're rolling out that are actually getting chances, genuine chances, and most of them, a good chunk of them are taking the chances are given from the academy into the senior squad. Whereas before he came along, it was Ashley Cole, the last person we spoke about in terms of an academy player come through, or Jack Wilshere, but then Jack Wilshere's injury. it's very one player in every generation. Now we've got like 4 or 5 players we can safely say that even though Smith is no longer with us, that are given these opportunities and they're taking them. They're good enough.
Yeah.
I will say this about Jamie Carragher though. Jamie, my friend, please get your facts right. Coming out in your little Sky podcast going, oh, he's for 1 year he's not getting changed with and Lewis Skinner not getting changed with the senior squad match days and all that, home and away. There's a legal reason behind that. Nothing to do with being humble or keeping them level-headed. There's a legal reason. There's a safeguarding issue because of one's age. So I'm not going to sit here and let you make up some random crap to suit your narrative. Get your facts right and just leave us alone as well. Leave my club alone. Focus on your club.
He's just trying to knock an edge off us, isn't he? Just try and rattle us. So hopefully, big game for Liverpool tomorrow now, though, mate. With Wolves, was there a bit of a crack there with that last minute goal?
The reaction as well. See the reaction afterwards. Like literally, Decoy goes up to celebrate. He got Curtis Jones kicking off.
Yeah.
Arne's slot. He'll be on the dugout tomorrow, but he's obviously got till Monday to appeal the red card and what have you. But so he could be suspended for Villa. That's going to be huge. Even if they get a win tomorrow, Villa they lose to Villa.
Do you know what? I'm kind of glad that Villa's done the business they've done, mate.
Villa Park. That's a tough place to go to, as we know ourselves. But if they go there and they lose to Villa, not only is it they're still 7 points then, but then they would have played a game more than us until that cup final weekend. They'd played a game more, so we're just keep ourselves there. We could let you close the gap by then.
The Forest and Man United game away is the big ones, isn't they? They're the fucking big ones for us. That is pretty much like two.
What's that? Yeah.
They're 2 tough games, isn't they?
You bear with me a second. There we go.
When do we think Martinelli would come back? Do we think the start of March? Because that was 4 weeks, weren't it?
Yeah, they were saying it's only a few weeks. It was only a minor thing. It wasn't nothing serious. So he went out flying, did training, so into the Dubai side of things. So he can't be that serious in terms of.
Do you think West Ham could be in our game next week? Like, obviously, it's been a bit of a.
It's a London derby. I know we're at home, but it shouldn't be. But it could be. It depends. Yeah. It depends on how he's 11, who he puts in that striker role.
I'm glad there's no games this week, mate. I'm glad now they've got 7 days.
Between now and Saturday, yeah, and then so we've got West Ham, Forest away, as we mentioned, the midweek game.
Then United away.
United away.
That's what I mean, mate. Them 2 games are massive for us. Do you know what? If we come out of them 2 games and won both games, mate, then I'd say, mate, a title could be well on.
9 points out of 9, yeah. Going into the Chelsea game the following week, yeah.
Gabs, you dropped 3 points to us. Not if you pull out yesterday, we won't, mate.
Yeah, Gab, have you been watching Chelsea since Boxing Day? In all comps?
Still a fucking tricky game, though, when you ain't got your strikers, though, isn't it?
But again, it depends. It could, 3 games between now and then, the momentum can change for us in terms of, as I say, we won today. If we win the West Ham, we beat Forest, but we go to Forest and win there, go to United and win there. 12 points out of 12, and in a crisis of a club that we're in at the moment, confidence could be our going into that game. Chelsea, I can't see where Chelsea get their next win. That's not even taking the piss. That's just being brutally honest. I've watched them for the last twice now in 6 days, and they looked not even bang average. They looked absolutely appalling. The players didn't want to be there. So I want to get too carried away, my friend. I'll gather. Sam says, if we had a fully fit team, we would beat you 6-0 as a response.
It was 5-0 last year, weren't it?
5-0 last year, yeah. Imagine we did beat them again like that again this year, about half of our squad.
Yeah, mate, the thing is, it's going to be a lot of twists and turns, mate. But we got.
It's not over yet. Again, we talk about our fixtures. Liverpool's, as I say, the next 4 fixtures. Obviously tomorrow they've got Villa, Tottenham, and United themselves.
Yeah,
so it's a big.
We'll go Fulham away as well. Fulham's not an easy one.
Yeah, that's another one. They've got some big games. They've got some big games coming up that could throw a spanner in the works and make this a lot closer than what it should be in the circumstances that we find ourselves in. But yeah, with that, we will get ourselves out of it. Obviously, go and enjoy your night now. Go say hello to Sarah and the boys.
We will do, mate.
Oh dear. Yeah, big. Obviously, we're going to go away now. I'll be back later on for the match of the day at 10:30. I think it's 10:30. So 10:25, we'll go live 5 minutes before the show starts. Go through obviously this game again. Hopefully, obviously got the Man City, Newcastle, and all the other games today. We'll go through the goals, the drama, potential VAR controversies, and referees being look at me. And then tomorrow, the big one, the North London derby at the Emirates, 12:30 kickoff, 55,000 plus capacity, 3 points surely in the old WSL. Keep that momentum going. Keep Tottenham in their place down in the women's league and all that. Make sure they know they're not going to get another fluky result like they did last year. So we'll be covering that tomorrow, and then go from there. Really, next week. Obviously, we've got no matches next week, have we? So when do you want to do your show next week?
Thursday night.
Thursday night. Okay, cool. I'll pencil that in. I'll get all that sorted as well. Yeah, so take care, guys. With that, obviously with Thursday, then that'll mean I can do, if you want me to, because it's second leg on Wednesday. I'll do the Madrid Man City game. See Man City get knocked out of Europe. See if they stay humble then. And we'll go there basically. We'll do little filler bits at the week basically. But yeah, take care of yourselves, guys. Smash the like, hit the like button before you leave as well. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. If you enjoyed the show today, share the content around. And we'll see you soon. As always, take care and up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.
Come on.